I pressed the wrong button, but I'm going to switch it back, and there we are. Now we're live. All right, welcome to our every 3 week to every other month stream of D&D Baldur's Gate Avernus, into Avernus. That's what it is, Descent into Avernus. We are the McNugget Gang until someone tells me otherwise and comes up with a name. Yes, go ahead, keep shaking your head. um, yeah, no, we are here, and I'm going to hand it off to Lucentile for which direction he's that way. There we are. Hey, point the right way this time. To give us a recap of what happened last time and decisions that we need to make. Oh, yeah.
Right. So, as you recall, our party, the McNugget Gang, ended up getting an invite here to the Van Thamfer Villa, where they were going to meet with one of the Grand Dukes of Baldur's Gate. At the party, they were given an option. Basically, she's giving them an option that if they'll sell out the Flaming Fist, because she thinks the Flaming Fist are jerks and the Flaming Fist are, trying to take advantage of the massive turmoil in Baldur's Gate for a power play to take over the four dukes and the Grand Duke position. Duke Van Thamper says, "You do that, and I will get you an inn to Candle Keep, which might be able to help you with this whole, Elturel has disappeared problem." That's the problem downstairs. Upstairs, no one can see my screen, but I'm still pinging things. Upstairs, Lyra has been sneaking around, and the Duke's personal bodyguard has basically let her walk on by and just basically told her, "Whatever you do, don't go through this door. Any other door is fair game, just not this one. Please don't open that door." So, since I think Zamar needs more time to decide if he wants to agree with the Duke and sell out the Flaming Fist.
I love the idea that the Flaming Fist is the worst evil than the person that has been working with the cult of Tiamat and the cult of the Dead 3.
Yes, but this is a true statement. But the Flaming Fist
are jerks. They are jerks. It's true, but she legitimately believes that they're a worse problem than dealing with the two cults.
Either that, or it's evil competition.
That is true. I mean, she's really not upset that the Flaming Fist are evil so much as that they're trying to edge her out. So it's more that they're jockeying for position, and they're both kind of jerks. Only, what kind of jerk do you hate more? But Lyra, you were upstairs. You had just looked out this window. Let me see if I can actually get the reveal area button to work the first time I use it. I did. And so, yes, there's just more guards milling about doing their evening patrol out that window. Nothing super exciting. And you now have the floor, Lyra. Unless anyone has any questions we need to answer before adventure continues.
Can I have plate mail?
Eventually, yes.
Can I get another level?
Also, the answer is eventually yes, unless you all die horribly. Anyway, Lyra.
Did you hear that? He promised me plate mail at some point. He promised me. Did you hear that? Did you all hear that?
Oh my god, stop that. And you know why.
Level
I want you to
20.
Stop that.
Right. So, thankfully, I wrote in our notes that I wanted to ask a specific question. Could I roll to see if I have any insight into whether the guard meant that she would attack Lyra, or if there was some other sort of danger behind that door?
She said that it was dangerous, so you can go ahead and roll an insight, but you're not sure what the danger is, but she's made it very clear that it would be very dangerous to go through that door. And it wasn't as sarcastic as we were making it sound. Whether or not she's worried about your personal health or just having to clean up after whatever happens, you're unsure. But she is quite sincere that something bad will happen if you open that door.
Okay. And my familiar died last time, didn't it?
Yes, something, most likely an imp, stepped on it.
Right. I'm gonna probably just give up on Find Familiar for my life.
That's okay, just don't grow attached to them. Remember, you didn't even name the last one.
I know, and in my other game where I have Find Familiar, I also have not named the familiar, and so it is currently being referred to as an owl. I will not name it.
Better than the unloved. Anyway, what would you like to do?
Okay. And was I upstairs the entire time that the Duke was explaining her proposition?
Correct. I believe that you are in telepathic communication with the halfling, or is she too far at this point?
It's 30 feet.
Yeah, because it doesn't go through the floor, so you have probably lost connection at this point. So
Pretty sure it does go through the floor, but go ahead and continue. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But let's assume for right now, no, until I know the actual answer.
Yeah, so for now, you're aware that there's a party going on downstairs, but you're unaware of the dramatic turn it has taken.
Okay. I get to check out the other doors yet?
I don't think you have, but if you want to, this one and this one are locked, and this one is unlocked, and this you did go out at one point because it's just a balcony.
Okay. Lyra is gonna take a peek inside, open the unlocked door.
Fair enough. Let's go ahead and reveal this little bedroom here. And it is not set where it was supposed to be. Go ahead.
Sorry, she just needs to be within 30 feet. There is no limitation.
So she probably is in 30 feet because here, can I scroll my because as you can see from the if you scroll out on the map so everyone can see, the bedrooms are roughly above where you are. So I think she's probably within 30 feet because it's not 30 feet up.
And yeah. So I'm just relaying all this to her while it's going on.
Actually, she would technically.
Am I able
be
to communicate
almost above
back?
the dining room.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a one way. Your can on a string for some reason doesn't work on your end. So this dark room contains a bed, a wooden chest with clawed feet, and a night table. The chest is a pretty hefty looking chest, and that is it. That is all that it is. The window, the blinds are drawn, and that's really all that's in here that you can see. The chest, as I mentioned, big hefty looking thing.
She's gonna open the chest, and while she's going over to it, she actually has the cantrip message, which is area range 120 feet. And is stopped by magical silence, 1 foot of stone, 1 foot of common metal, thin sheet of lead, 3 feet of wood. So would I be able to use that?
You would have to be able to point at me.
So I would say she's familiar with the target and she knows that you're beyond the barrier. But I feel as though that a second floor is probably more than a foot of stone or 3 feet of wood. I feel like that's the bigger issue, is that being on a second floor, I don't think message would make it through the ground.
Really, really hefty building.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's just gonna go look at the chest, check for traps, and if finding none, open it.
All right, so the chest is, as far as you can tell with your passive perception, it is untrapped. There's nothing weird about it. And when you pop it open, you notice, that it's unlocked. And all that is in here are several drab bits of clothing that look to be for a very, very large, muscular man. There's a single stuffed troll doll that's missing an eye, and that it looks like it has been well taken care of. Besides that, it's a little frayed and ratty because it's been apparently locked in here forever, and that is all that you find in this little chest.
I guess this is probably Mortlock's room.
A very good likely guess.
Okay, so Lyra will head back out to the hallway and is going to say to the guard, "So, what's behind that door then?"
The Duke's private quarters and the stairs up to the tower. Let's go back downstairs. Before we get to Zamar, McNee Smasher, I assume you are just eating food, drinking beer, and just passively waiting for this to either go south or to just walk away at the end of it all.
Yep.
Ariel, the same.
Yeah, just kind of hanging around looking to see what people do.
All right. Zamar, do you need a rundown of what the deal is one more time?
Something about hooking us up with Candlekeep to figure out what happened to Elturel. We would have to sign saying that what's her face is conniving against the Duke, which ironically is not untrue. That's more or less correct, right? That's the
Yeah. Okay, so let's lay out what the two offers on the table are, just so that everyone is aware, and then you guys can talk a little bit about just like out in a meta sense what you would prefer, and then we'll start with what is the Flaming Fist offering you? Well, they're offering you essentially they want you to find proof about the Duke because your new friend. Let me get her full name correct because I'm
Yara
terrible
Portier.
at that. Yeah, Liara Portier basically is like, hey, my uncle is the last Duke besides Van Thamper who's actually doing anything. So we get rid of her. I'll become Grand Duke, and since Ravenguard's gone, leader of the Flaming Fist, which puts me in a great position to help you with everything that you want to do. And by the way, once we get rid of the Van Thampers, I'm going to have this giant villa with no one owning it. And I'm sure you would like to have a giant villa. And so get rid of the Duke, you get a giant villa, and you get the new leader of Baldur's Gate to give you an intro to wherever you feel you need to go next to look into Elturel, which pretty much everyone you're going to talk to in Baldur's Gate is going to be like, something weird in magic happened, go to the weird magic place in Candlekeep. Duke Van Thamper basically said that, roughly the same thing, that Liara is right. Her uncle is the only other Duke still in charge, but you've all seen that whiny, good-for-nothing, no-backbone loser, so why would we want to give him any more power? So not confess, but indict essentially Liara Portier as conspiring against the social good of Baldur's Gate, so that Duke Van Thamper can consolidate power. And at that point, who else is going to become the Grand Duke? No one's going to want to let the guy who was clearly trying to get his niece in charge. So then Duke Van Thamper is going to be the Grand Duke, and she's going to need some new, top security here in Baldur's Gate because the Flaming Fist are not to be trusted, and you guys are clearly to be trusted. So those are your two essential offers.
I think it is a little obvious that I think I'm in favor of going with what appears to be the lesser of two evils, of not the person that's been conspiring with evil cults in the city.
I support your decision.
And my bow.
And my axe.
I look at the two nobles that are there, and I'm like, so you're okay with just kind of getting thrust in this scheme over here?
They look incredibly uncomfortable with your question, and they politely demur answering because they are quite clear that there's obviously been no scheme, just a terrible coincidence.
It's so tempting to just try to cast suggestion on this woman. It's so tempting.
You do not have the ability to cast. You don't have subtle spell, right? Because you are not a sorcerer.
Yeah, we talked about that last time about the fact that in previous editions, it could, as a bard, you could cast and people not realize you were casting because you were a bard, but it does not seem to be the case in this version.
Correct. So the bigger issue is that you're in a room full of people who will notice. Like, if you could get her alone, you might be able to pull it off, and then she'd be like, whatever, she'd have the swirly eyes and no one would know what happened, but you're in a room full of people who will not take kindly to magical suggestions on people.
As I mull over your offer, Deep Van Napper, I just have a small question of how, hypothetically speaking, if a duke was to align itself with, say, a couple of evil cults in Baldur's Gate, what kind of boon do you think that would actually offer you?
It's happened before and will happen again. Baldur's Gate is a very open-minded and tolerant city. As long as this doesn't disrupt the order, doesn't make the city poorer, and leads to an acceptable amount of losses that are minimized. And if it even benefits the city, which in many cases it has, we can't deny that having certain forces at your beck and call, especially with unknown things happening in our realm, it might even be worth turning a blind eye to it.
That's a not for me, dog. Acceptable amounts of death? No.
Um, and I really want to ask about this stupid shield. No, let's say hypothetically that we agree to this plan of yours. There's a certain shield that I think has fallen into your possession, and is that on the table as well?
Would this be the object that has been stolen, and are you accusing me of theft here in front of witnesses?
Oh no, I'm speaking hypothetically. I know that there has been a beef between Amaric and Kashara, and I feel like there's just rapport there that seems to speak a little loud. I was just wondering if like is Kashara a problem that we need to take care of well, or
I'm sure if it comes up, we'll be able to deal with it in the future. I feel as though the immediate problem, however, might be the militant mercenary group in our city planning a coup.
how do I say this delicately?
That's funny coming from a person who's currently working with not one but two different cults. Yes, Big Knee Smasher says that.
And which cults would that be? Because there are dozens here in Baldur's Gate.
What is it? Cult of Tiamat and the something
The
three.
Cult of the Dead 3 were the two that
That thing.
That's very strange that you would accuse me of that, considering you were there to save me from an assassination attempt by those very people.
Don't we have like a paper that says otherwise? Someone carrying that?
Did we? There was definitely like they were definitely offering hoard bribery kind of thing, if I recall correctly.
What does it say that you have in your notes and inventory? Because I know what had been available to be found, but I don't know what you actually found.
I think we did get a letter of some kind. I just don't remember either.
So that's the thing. I don't know if I'm remembering letter or if I'm remembering what Mordock or whatever his name is said.
Yes, because Mortlock told you many things. Was it this thing that you were thinking of?
Maybe. probably, because that Vaz was the dude who was in the sewers, right?
Right, the man with no face.
Yeah.
It is correct that they were attacking her, but I was not convinced that she did not make nice. Because there was definitely there was something going on. It's hard to remember so far out.
Did the show to players pop up on your screen too there, Zamar, with Vaz's note?
Yeah, with Vaz's note, yeah.
Okay.
But that's not incriminating because it doesn't have any of the...
It's like just vague enough.
Yeah, it doesn't have actual names.
The only other thing that I see that you found was a notebook with the Van Thamper seal on it, but there was nothing incriminating written in there. It was what was being used at the front, the fake front with the terrible spa that was just business notes, like customers that came in and things like that. But it did have their seal, so it was, again, possible but not damning.
Were we coming here to look for evidence, or did we have evidence coming in? Because, like, I don't remember at this point.
I seem to recall that we were coming here hoping to find evidence while under the guise of the dinner party.
Speaking of finding evidence, Lyra, now that you found Mortlock's sad stuffed troll, what would you like to do upstairs? Are you going to steal it?
It's a good toy
The
for
troll?
your future familiar to play with. It's a nice cat.
I don't steal the troll.
Okay, good to
Ah.
know.
Unless that I get any sort of vibes off of it. Except thing.
Nope, it just seems like a normal stuffed toy for everything that you can do. Do you want to spend 10 minutes casting Detect Magic as a ritual?
I don't have that.
Oh, well then. Looks like you're just out of luck.
Okay. Oh god. Question is, do I go through that door now, or do I go downstairs? Lyra is still aware that she is a rather squishy being, and decides to go back down the stairs casually.
The guard stops you on your way down and holds out a key, and she says, "This is the key to the door at the end of the hall on the right. If I give you this key, you'll give me something of equal or greater value in the future. Would you like this key?"
Are we talking value of the metal of the key?
It's a finely crafted key. She holds it out for you to see. There is a gem inserted at the end, not the key part, but the handle. And go ahead and give me. Do you have any crafting, any tool use or anything that might be able to give you a good appraisal on the spot?
Thieves' tools? Proficient in thieves' tools?
You've probably fenced enough things in your past. Let's call thieves' tool a thieves' tool, but use intelligence instead of dexterity. You're trying to just guess what you think this is worth.
Well, my
Your
intelligence
soul.
and dexterity are the same. Did not go well.
All right, so you don't get a good read because you can't get your hands on it. But if the gem is real, then it's a lot of the gems you found. So it's maybe like a 15 or 20 gold worth key.
Did I just return the key to you afterward?
Well, no, the whole point is that you want to go in there. I know you do. And this key will get you in there.
I want to say things, but it's not my decision.
You're not there.
It's so
What's
hard to
behind
keep
that
your mouth
door?
shut.
It's one of the young master's rooms.
Okay, so if I were to owe you something of equal or greater value, are we talking about a physical possession, or are you talking about more vague things like souls?
Obviously a physical thing. This is nowhere near the value of a soul.
It depends on the soul, but equal.
I'd sell you for 2 peanuts.
I'm glad to know that you all love each other so much.
I wasn't pointing fingers at anyone. Not on my team, at least.
Atros already has a double mortgage out on his soul, so...
And I apparently took one out on mine without realizing it.
No, you only have a single taken out. You don't have
Yeah, one. Oh, yeah, I didn't realize I had a single one, though, as I was doing it. I didn't read.
And then Lulu tried to eat her.
Yeah. Can I check insight to see if she's trying to like trick me into a bad deal?
Sure, you can.
Congrats, you're the new Atros.
I'd have had too much wine.
I mean, besides the fact that this is incredibly suspicious, it seems like there's, it seems pretty fair, right? She's going to give you something of value and you'll give her, something of value later.
Okay, last question. Can I choose what I give back?
Well, it'll be something that I need. And so, no, it'll be something that I need of this value.
But you don't know what that would be yet.
At the moment, I don't need anything. But neither do you. You could just walk down these stairs.
So try picking the lock. Would you stop me if I tried picking the lock?
Well, that would be a crime, and I would have to.
Screw it. Lyra is definitely feeling the wine that she had earlier, which also explains her terrible investigations thus far. She holds her hand down and says, "Okay, we got a deal."
She turns over her hand, slaps the key in yours, shakes, and then starts walking down the stairs, leaving you with the key.
Be a great time to have a familiar.
But there you go. You can now write down that you have the key to this door.
Lyra looks at what she's gained, questions for a split second whether it was a good idea, and then shrugs and heads back down the hall to try the door.
All right. You go ahead. Your passive perception doesn't lead you to see anything amiss about this door. Key goes in. So when you open this door, I assume you open the door. You don't just unlock it and walk away, correct?
That would be a prank.
Surprise! I'm not going in.
Yes, I opened the door.
Where the rest of the house has been garish and like someone who just came into money and had no idea what decorating was, this room is tastefully decorated. There's a very understated amount of furniture in here that's clean, not gaudy or gilded or anything. There is also a small tub in the corner. It says it's in the corner, but it doesn't show up on our map here. There's also one of the many fireplaces. This place has a lot of fireplaces. I don't know if you've noticed.
As every good house should have.
Yeah. But the most interesting thing on here is that there is a 6-foot tall mirror across from the bed. That is the one thing that might be ugly, like definitively ugly in the room, because it's a varnished wooden frame carved with images of rats, ravens, and spiders. And at the foot of the bed is a simple little foot locker, and that is what you see.
Okay, Lyra's gonna take a look at the mirror, see if there's anything weird about it besides its lack of taste.
No. Looking in the mirror, nothing seems odd to you. It is mounted on the wall there, and when your passive perception, you don't see anything weird about how it's hung up. It looks like it's been probably hanging here for years, and that is all that you see out of the ordinary and in the ordinary dealing with the mirror.
Gate around the mirror. If there's any sort of latches, things behind it.
Go ahead and give me a quick investigation. All right.
There we go.
You do a very thorough search of the mirror, including like looking in all of the various rats and ravens and spiders' mouths and eyeball sockets and everything. Everything seems perfectly normal. No hidden latches of any sort.
I think we just lost her.
I was like, there we go.
Okay,
She's
she
moving
looks
again.
at the chest and
Alright.
also looks for any sort of traps.
So going ahead, your perception doesn't spot anything.
You hear me?
Yeah, we just caught up with you. So you said you were looking at the chest. It seems perfectly normal. Nothing out of the ordinary. Your perception doesn't see anything. Are you fine with just popping it open?
No, I want to like thoroughly check it.
All right.
Investigation again.
Yep. There we go.
God.
All right.
So happy with my investigation of the mirror that I was. Oh yeah, this chest looks good.
Chest does indeed look good. Are you going to go ahead and pop it open?
I do.
All right. So in here, you find that this is a much more organized little footlocker. There's some very fine clothes at the bottom, but on top there is a set like of folders and things. One thing at the very front is a large envelope that's been filled with like notes and numbers that you don't know what these numbers mean, but they probably mean something. There's also a pouch under that, which I assume you open. Oop, I think she just...
Yeah.
I saw half of a nod there.
I do. I open it.
All right. Inside the pouch, there are about 20 gold pieces. There is also, you note, one of the many marks that you need to leave the upper city, as well as a single thing. You've been in Baldur's Gate enough. You recognize one of these. It's another one of these like watch tokens. Only this one gets you out of the city. At the very bottom, there is a small note. You recognize it is signed with Amric's normal flourish, and it says, "Ambra, please leave Baldur's Gate. It's not safe here any longer." And the only other thing of note is that there is a gold signet ring in there as well. That's worth 5 gold. And it has carved on the inside the Vanthamper motto, "Stone hearts never bleed." And I think she is delayed again.
Okay, so she's gonna take the papers.
With all the numbers?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And it's otherwise gonna leave everything exactly where she left it, where she found it.
Sounds good. So we're ready now to go back downstairs. And Zamar, have you had enough time to think through what you were going to say or do?
Well, I feel like at this point I'm kind of trying to bide time a little bit as well. So obviously Lyra's not here, so she's doing something. She's doing her stealthy things.
Oh, excellent! It's a stall party.
Um, like if shit hits the fan, I would like to have the stealthy stabby with us. Um, I don't think we can agree to signing any forms at this juncture, Duke Van Temper. It seems a little premature to think that something of that scale is going on, and if it is, we'd want to do a thorough investigation of it, you know?
Good answer. Good answer.
So, what exactly do you need to still investigate? Either Liara Portier offered you a deal or she didn't. She either conspired with someone or she didn't.
Well, we would have to go find out now, wouldn't we? We'd have to go interview people and talk to the Fist and see what any of their higher ups know.
Ah, I understand. Give me a moment and I can have a warrant written out for you, and so that you can go into Liara, we'll send some watch with you, and we'll kick down their door with you.
That's very generous of you. We tend to work a little bit more subtle. You know, when we're not killing members of cults after members of cults after members of cults. You know how it is. There's just dead undead and dead dragons just littering the city at the moment. There was drakes, right?
There were drakes, yes.
Yeah. I was like, am I lying? I'm not meaning to lie. There's drakes.
What's considered a dead undead?
An undeaded.
So like an alive person? Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, they actually I think it was in AD&D where they realized couldn't say we were killing undead, so they were like, undead are destroyed. That's the term.
That makes sense, I suppose. And I thank you kindly for your generous offer, but I think we'll have to pass.
She waves her hand, gives Slobberchaps a little scruff on the head, and is like, understood. Let's not talk any more about business. Then for the rest of tonight, Amric looks a little relieved because things were getting a little too tense for him.
Especially in reference to the demon that wants him dead, or the devil that wants him dead.
Yes. And so, does anyone have anything else that you would like to ask any of the assembled guests here before we go back up to Lyra?
Am I actually next to Amric? Like, according to the circle I am, but am I actually next to him?
I think we just sort of shoved people in here. Amric is technically sitting near the head of the table. There's a empty spot for where Mortlock would be, and then Slobberchops, and then Amric. So I think you guys are somewhere near the back end, so not close enough to whisper, but you could still talk to him.
If only I had message.
Which also has, I believe, a very obvious somatic component in the pointing at someone.
Yeah, but you could point under a table.
True.
Under the table finger guns.
Yeah.
Hey, you hear me now?
I was gonna kind of vaguely threaten Amric, but if I'm not next to him, then I will let us move back upstairs.
All right. So, Lyra, now that you have ransacked this other room,
Didn't ransack.
Well, she had a key and everything.
pilfered.
Okay, I pilfered.
there anything else that you would like to do? This guard is no longer here. She did what she needed up here and is now went back downstairs, leaving you with the locked door across the way and the door that is super dangerous. You really shouldn't open it. It's very tempting to open it, though. We all know.
Okay, so now that she's not there watching me, I'm going to quickly try to pick the other locked door.
What is your passive perception again?
13.
So, as you're getting close to the door, you smell something through the door that is, it's kind of a foul, sulfury smell. And so you can still pick the lock if you want, but something is on the other side of that door.
Like explosives come to mind? Or like rotting body?
Those are both possible things that could be on the other side of this door.
Can I see underneath the door?
You look under the door, and all you see is, general room. There's a bathtub that you can see at the back of the room, but you don't see anything that screams out danger to you.
Okay. Lyra's gonna think that she's probably been away from the party for long enough already for her bathroom break. And she's gonna head
When
down.
you gotta go.
Yeah. She's gonna head downstairs with the key deftly hidden under her sleeve, and holding her stomach a little. And does she see the guard that she
Nope,
was talking with?
you do not see the guard when you go down the stairs. Are you going to do any poking around, or are you going straight back to the party?
Is there anyone? Do I pass anyone on the way?
You've got the no one is out here. Every now and then, Ambra and I can never remember. Fendrick Gray is the older servant. The old man is staying in the dining room, but every now and then Ambra is running in and out between where all the food is being kept and the party room. So you could interrupt her if you want to.
Okay. And do I still see the sleeping imp?
No, the sleeping imp has been removed at some point.
Okay.
I guess we should actually put it somewhere where I don't accidentally think it's outside. There we go. It's in the darkness.
Okay. She's going to flip the key into I don't know, some vase or pot or somewhere not very noticeable.
Okay. So here's what you notice as soon as you have left it there and you take your hand away from it, is that the key disappears.
That's peculiar. And
Your soul is mine.
And she heads back in to the room, walking slowly, hunched over a little, holding a hand against her stomach, and just generally looking like she feels a little queasy.
Ariel, halfling whose name I suddenly forgot because McNee Smasher is a stupid name. Do you guys respond to this?
Complete and utter silence.
I'm going to take that to mean a no. Well, don't worry. Harkina cares about you, and she asks, if everything is okay. And you don't need an insight check to know she means, is anything going to go terribly wrong in the next 5 seconds?
We didn't say anything because we had faith that she did not.
Lyral will say, in a voice that is directed towards Harkina to be able to hear in a normal conversational volume, but also just slightly loud enough where, most people would would be able to hear. She says, "Oh yeah, I think I had too much to drink is all." And she takes her seat back.
I feel like I'm gonna regret asking this question.
Uh,
If let's say things get violent in this room, the only person that could feasibly challenge us on the legality of those actions would be the person that sent us here, or her uncle, and therefore there's very little in the way of legal repercussions, especially considering it's Baldur's Gate. Is that accurate?
Oh, you're asking if for some reason everyone decided to murder each other and you were the last one standing, could you be sold out?
Kind of like what kind of legal repercussions do I think are real or could be the reality of this room? And my assumption is that there probably aren't many, except for the fact of everyone being really suspicious of us going to a dinner party, and suddenly everyone else is in charge other than the person that we visited.
Yes. If anyone knew that you were going to a dinner party at the Van Thampers, which, quick question, who did you tell? Only all of your friends who are here right now.
And I'm pretty sure we had this conversation in the middle of a bar.
That's true, but you took Amric upstairs as your hostage. So
And there's someone who went to get us suitable clothing.
that was Harkina.
Oh, okay.
So there are not too many people who would reasonably know that you are here. Except for, the fact that Amric took you on a big tour of the upper city, bragging about these are my best friends and they're coming to dinner with me. So just everyone would know.
So I look at Amric and I go, so what's the story with you and that the Kashara guy?
Oh, sometimes people and other things get angry, and we're here to have fun, relax. You shouldn't worry about these things. He is clearly trying to schmooze you over, and it's very obvious that there were many things going on, but he obviously does not want to talk about them right now.
Oh, I know. I'm trying to pressure him a little bit to like make him a little nervous. I don't think I want. I don't know if I have an end game for that, other than to try to get him on our side, because it doesn't look like you were in a very safe space the last time that we found you with him, and perhaps we could make us reach a ceasing of hostilities between the two of you. I mean, would that not be the kind of thing that you would expect from some of your dearest, closest, newest friends?
Oh, well, maybe, but I mean, I'm not going to be going anywhere right now. My place of business, as you're well aware, is gone, so I'll be here, and I mean, what better protection could I possibly want?
It's not gone. You just need more spells of water breathing to be able to conduct your business now.
But let's say that we do stop hostilities, and then you'd help us out a little bit. Would that seem reasonable?
So here's where he kind of lowers his voice and comes closer to you, and he's like, I've done everything I can. I served up to you, being the Duke's right hand people, and you turned it down. What else can I do for you?
Where's the dirt? I'm also whispering to him.
What dirt? There is no dirt. Go ahead and give me an insight check here, Zamar.
Does this poor schlub actually believe that statement?
Well, let's see what your insight comes up as. So The question seemed less to be as in we're doing everything on the up and up, nothing illegal is happening here, so much as, yeah, of course there's a whole lot of illegal stuff happening here, but what specifically do you care about? Because it's Baldur's Gate. Everyone's doing illegal stuff.
I'm thinking in the lines of, is everyone else more or less in conversation, or are people trying to listen in on us?
Yes, speaking of conversations, Thirstwell is going to go ahead and talk over to the McNee Smasher, and he says, "Halfling, I hear that
Dwarf.
I hear that you've got this identity crisis. Look, Mortlock thought he was handsome. Amric thinks that he's smart. You need to get a better idea of who you are and stop faking things."
I will fake this hammer upside your knee if you don't shut that mouth of yours.
Thirstwell waves you away. Like, as you can see, all you can think about is violence. That's your answer to everything, isn't it? Let me tell you, there are better ways to solve your problems. If you really want to be a dwarf, why don't you, let someone kill you? We can reincarnate you a few times. Maybe you'll get lucky.
What do you mean if I want to be a dwarf? I am a dwarf. Hey, dwarf! I'm a dwarf, right? I yell over
Hell
to
yeah.
him. Yeah, see? I'm a dwarf.
Thirstwell shakes his head. Amric's friends are always idiots. Speaking of Amric and his new friend, what were you going to say, Zamar?
You were trying to pick a fight there, weren't you?
Where is the thieving from the hewn? And would you be a witness to Duke Van Pepper trying to bribe us into selling out the Flaming Fist?
Amric recoils, no bribery happened here. She made you a perfectly fair and above board deal, and everything would have been legal, which is rare for Baldur's Gate.
It just happens to also be a bribe.
Would have been incredibly in everyone's benefit.
I just dislike her so much.
Speaking of everyone hating people, McNee Smasher, Ariel, is there anything else that you're that has caught your interest here?
I definitely want to find more out about the poop or dirt. We just don't know where to look, and there's too many people to really do anything about it.
Yeah, we're all just trapped in this room. I'm really tempted to just go violent, but it seems like such a terrible idea. But it solves so many problems. We would just have to deal with the new problems.
I feel like
make
that's
a code for this.
yeah. I feel like that's what we keep doing is we just keep circling back to one problem after another, and not moving forward.
Lyra's gonna, one by one, subtly point a finger at each of her party members and message to them, hey, I found some notes upstairs. I don't really know what they mean yet. I only got to briefly look. But I don't think we're going to be able to figure out much else here in terms of evidence.
So let's pause you for a second and look at what it takes to cast message. It requires verbal, somatic, and material components. And so the material components, do you have an arcane focus, or do you have a components pouch?
Well, it says a short piece of copper wire. I just assume that if I've taken a spell that requires some sort of material, I have acquired the random materials.
Oh, that's right,
needed for
because
them.
you got this at level 3. Did you ever have a chance to buy yourself a components pouch or an arcane focus? Because if not, I strongly recommend we immediately remove gold equal to one of those two things and add it to your inventory.
Okay, did not know that was a rule per se.
To be fair, we did want to like stop and collect everything that we needed before the party, so we can easily just say that, oh yeah, she totally did, and subtract the gold.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
what we're
his plan
going
is.
to do. But I feel bad because
Okay.
I should have thought to mention that when you hit level 3, that hey, your world's just changed and this is super important to you. Never lose this.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Can my arcane focus just be one of my weapons?
It literally cannot be. However, you are going to have divine spells, and so you should see if the druid gets the same concession that clerics get, and you can just put it on your shield.
I don't think they can put it on their shield.
Your life sucks. Sorry.
Can you put it on your cockpiece?
I'd have to hold it every time I want to cast a spell.
That's somehow worse. Other option, Frank, is you could just only cast spells that don't require material components.
Or you take the feat that lets you cast without using it.
Or you have to cast spells with pelvic thrusting.
cure light wounds.
Wait, is that a touching one?
It's a touching one.
I purchased the component pouch. I took away 25 gold.
So the first spell you pick as an example doesn't require material components.
Oh no, I know. I'm actually going through my spells right now to see if I picked anything that requires material components, and the only one it does, I took cantrip resist, but it requires a miniature cloak, of all things.
That's hilarious. But so now that you see what it will require for you to cast a spell, which is like playing with the copper wire while saying some magical phrases, waving your hands and pointing at someone, are you still going to try to do that stealthily when at least Thirstwell is an actual spellcaster and is sitting here just looking for a reason to be a jerk to everyone?
She did say that she was feeling ill and she drank too much wine. She could go in a drunken stupor.
Playing drunken spellcasting.
Yes.
If only we
somatic,
had somebody in the
think
group who could talk telepathically to everyone.
But you
could
can't
just whisper, that she could just whisper into his ear and tell him what to tell everybody. Totally out of character.
So I
could mentally talk to her and say, hey, what did you find? So I can tell everyone else too.
Dude, I'm drunk. What are you talking about?
the way I'm interpreting message is that the somatic component is the pointing the finger, which I don't have to be going like, you! I can just be like pointing under the table at said person.
I wonder if they actually define what a somatic component is anywhere. I know it says that you need to have a free hand.
Which, I mean, we have no weapons drawn, so we all have free hands right now.
Yeah, so I mean, you can. It would be like some sort of stealth. No, because sorcerers use sorcery points to cast subtly, so that no one knows what they're doing. So it can't just be a skill check to do the same. I don't know. But there might be there's clearly an easier solution available than trying to figure this out. If you would like to whisper to the halfling dwarf,
I have a question that's completely unrelated to any conversation about whispering sweet nothings into my ear. Like, based off of just general knowledge, because we know where we need to go. Like, do we actually need like a recommendation to go to Candlekeep, or can we just be like, hey, yo, we're here to study things and we're looking for something? Like, do we actually need that? Do we need somebody to recommend us to go there? Can we just like walk over there with our new boat that we're currently putting on hold?
That was the thing I was also assuming, was that anyone, one, that we are capable of individuals that can figure out a way to get in, or two, we screw over Van Themper and we get the next Duke to write us a recommendation.
Do we have
We also
prior
have
knowledge of
Lulu.
Candlekeep?
And Lulu came from Candlekeep, didn't she?
I think clearly they don't want Lulu back.
Well, then good. We're keeping Lulu. As far as Candlekeep, like, do we have prior knowledge of it? How do we know to go there?
She told us.
So
Van
That's
Thamper.
true. She did just tell us. Yeah.
A, she just told you, and B, most of you are from this general region in the Forgotten Realms, and so Candlekeep is just, everyone knows that it's like where you go. What is that? Where you go. No, not that. I'm looking at my map of the region, and so it's just, it's like if like you were. Like someone was like, where should we go to find information about this old document? Someone was like, you should go to the Library of Congress. You would be like, of course, that's where we should go.
Hold your kitty higher.
Hello, cat.
Kitty.
Birthday.
Happy birthday.
Anyway, continue about Candlekeep. Sorry.
So yeah, it's like
Distracted by kitties.
It's where wizards go to, think on things and do magic and do all of the research that is really too dangerous to do anywhere else because it's just wizards do stupid things routinely.
So the answer is no. We don't need a we could just go there.
Well, you do know that you would need a rare book that they don't already have in their libraries. And Van Thamper has basically said that her son Thirstwell has been, planning a trip there for apparently decades, once he can actually walk again, and she was going to just give you one of his books. And he was a little miffed about this, but what's he going to do about it?
So as long as we side with one of the factions, we'll be able to go anyway.
Yes, because you'll either get to steal his books because you own the place, or you'll be given one of his books.
I vote for being able to search this house a bit more thoroughly. I think there's a shield here that I want.
Side note. We could just offer to be Thirstgood's Thirstgood? Whatever, Thirst. Just his own private I'm sorry. You just pulled that up and put it on camera and it alright. Sorry, mine went elsewhere.
I'm just brushing my cat.
We could.
It didn't look like a brush at first, to be fair.
Oh. It's a brush.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Continue.
Oh, just so you know, I haven't been paying attention to your chat, but someone does want you to kill them all.
Of course, we always want to kill them all. Anyway, we could they could hire us, but quotes around that, to take Mr. Thirst here to Candlekeep. Like, he wants to get there. Here's a perfectly well-rounded group of people that might be a little not quite all there that could take him there. Let them deal with their problems with Baldur's Gate and who's going to control what or whatever. But Mr. Thirstare would probably like the chance to get there. And again, we're a capable group of adventurers who could be his bodyguards to take him there.
But then we'd be bodyguards, and we wouldn't be actual visitors to the Candlekeep. I mean, I guess technically, but like if we're just an entourage, they can just shoo us away at the gate.
Nah, I don't see that happening. What were you
I don't
saying?
think Duke Phantomper would care, though, about helping her son actually get there.
But he would.
Just wants something to help her.
He would. He has what we need. She doesn't. Wait, what's my intelligence? Right. Kane, what were you about to say?
I am tempted to ask Amric to take his friends out of the room. I don't feel like that is Zamar's MO, however, which is what I'm wrestling with at the moment. He doesn't seem like a particularly violent character.
Not at all.
But you just want a private conversation.
No. He's right. He's not a violent character. All right, so let's
Wait. I object.
He tried to burn
Based
a boat.
on boat.
He was drunk, both in character and out of character.
And what is this? Not a party with drinking.
All right, so I want to step back for a minute from our characters for a brief moment. We need to find a way to move forward. We've been kind of stuck in this little spot for what, 2.5 sessions now? Yeah, we need to make a actual decision as a group of who we want to sell out. Do we want to sell out the evil Flaming Fist or the evil Van Thamper group?
I think we agreed at the beginning of the session that we want to sell out the evil Van Thampers.
Mhm.
Same. And also, I want to search this house.
I want that shield for you as well.
Well, that and there's a door that we were told not to open, and I really want to open it.
Is that solely because you were told not to open it?
Only a little. But I know there's more, and the fact that it leads to her room and a tower, that has me. I'm captivated by this option. And there's a veiled staircase that I should not see, but I can see that is a staircase near the kitchen.
Oh, well, I think at some point someone told you that there was a wine basement, so it's not a surprise that through the kitchen you can get down into the wine basement.
Oh, yeah, but I don't believe for a second that it's a wine cellar. I 100% believe that it is a secret passage to the sewer system.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man, there's just interesting mysteries up and down.
I know.
Considering that she is literally the person that made the sewer system, I can only assume that there are secret passages.
So, how do we move forward without having to murder everyone, which will probably end up being the case anyway?
I feel like what we need, the thing that we need to do is that we somehow need to get Lord and Lady on our side, and then everyone else can eat dust.
The Lord and Lady?
The Joustos that are just here, that would obviously, as lords, be like, hey, we were there when this when the Duke got murdered, and it was these people.
Oh, see, I assumed you were planning to kill everyone. Like
I actually don't want to kill Emmerich. I want him
leave
to be
no witnesses.
No.
So, do you think that you could try and kill his mom in front of him and him not try and stop you?
He is an opportunistic bastard, so yes. If we provide him with something that says, hey, now that she's gone, guess who the new leader is?
I just spilled kombucha on my computer, so I'll be back, and hopefully it doesn't freak out.
Cool. So while he's doing that, I'm going to go to the bathroom, so small little break.
Oh yeah, hey, it is a good time for, everyone take a break. I'm going to go get carrots.
Enjoy your carrots.
Press a button. Oh, 2 seconds too late. All right, bye. I already pressed the button. Bye.
You realize every time we do this, I'm very tempted to tell you to push the button, Frank.
Oh, I know. So funny, haha, while we're waiting for him to come back. So my glasses that I have on, for whatever reason, OBS is viewing them as green. So I have chicken nuggets for eyes.
Oh my god, you're right.
Oh, you also look kind of like incredibly sick.
Yeah, I don't. It's extra blue today, and I don't feel like playing with settings. Like I'm just going to leave it as is.
You have nugget vision.
I have nugget vision.
Oh, meat vision. That's what it is. Meat vision.
No. Can't say that because that's an Arby's slogan. We have to go with McDonald's.
That's an Arby's slogan?
At some point, I thought they were doing a whole meat thing, and I thought that was one of those.
We have the meat.
Yeah, it's we have the meats.
Close enough.
No, meat vision's from Fairly Odd Parents.
Are we good?
From what?
Fairly Odd Parents.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah, right.
Well, okay.
My age is showing.
Before we get started, we were taking a quick poll of the players on who is more adorable, Lulu or Slobber Chops.
Lulu.
Can I have them both up at the same time? I don't think so. I can only have Slobber Chops up.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows what Lulu looks like. Lulu.
Yeah, no, I'm going with Slobber Chops. Slobber Chops hasn't tried to, murder everything in the room just for smelling weird.
I'm sure Slobber Chops was a lot cuter in their heyday.
They're both equally adorable.
All right. So now Zamar also mentioned that he has a plan that might cause everything to go terrible.
So my idea is.
Well, before that, has everyone checked to make sure that their inspiration box is checked?
What do we have inspiration for?
Because you all managed to have a nice dinner party without it going terrible before now.
We did not murder the murderers.
Yeah, no, really. In my notes, I was like, have a nice dinner party is worth inspiration.
Good note.
We got through the appetizers. We used the correct salad spoon.
Well, this has actually been probably like an hour and a half of random discussion plus Van Thamper political maneuvering. So, no, like, you have literally had a perfectly peaceful dinner party with only one imp being put to sleep.
Let me get my dessert knife.
And Rip Spider.
And my soup fork. Sorry, that was too good, Morgan. That was comedy gold.
Do you want meta plans, or you just want me to do it?
So, I feel like at this point we have all talked about things enough. Like, unless someone feels the need to, just get a gut check on what you're about to do, I feel like there's nothing more to discuss at this point.
Okay. I'm fine just jumping.
Seeing as no one jumped up and said, no, let's go for it.
Are we murdering?
Like we've gotten through, like, we've hit dinner, we've hit dessert, we have coffee, and I look over at Duke Van Thamper and I go, I've been thinking about your offer all dinner, and I think maybe you might be right. I was like, would everyone like to clear the room while we sign these documents with the Duke and Lady?
Duke Van Thamper says that won't be necessary. She snaps her fingers, and Ambra brings in some papers that are already filled out, ready to be signed.
See, I feel like it'd be much simpler if we just wrote some new ones. That way I don't have to sit there and read these ones.
Thirstwell scoffs like he can even read.
Where is he in relation to me and my hammer?
He
And also, we're
is.
killing them, right?
He was lazily he like came in and he just like sat by the door and like he's in his big chair by the door and he's like literally given like a TV tray at the door. Like those extra 10 steps to get to the table were too much for him.
I give Amric like a nudge in the ribs, and I say, why don't you take your ladies out of here while we get this business taken care of, huh?
Thirstwell says, "Yes, the men are talking. Get lost, Amric."
Oh, shit.
Amric begrudgingly does take the twins and is leaving with them because Amric is not nearly as aware as Thirstwell is that something is clearly happening here.
Well, I think we, of course, will have to have our lawyer read this document over. Could be in anything.
Who's your lawyer?
I need legal counsel.
Ronald is our lawyer.
So, I was really, really hoping that she would give us the room.
We don't have a lawyer in the city yet, but we'll procure one for this matter.
No worries. Allow me to get you one.
I go ahead.
Well, we can find our own.
Kane, what are you trying to say?
Let's just get it over with. This is what I was hoping for a room with her and the two witnesses. But of course, Thirstwell just has to be here.
Well, we do have numbers.
I'm going to click the button.
Does that mean initiative is being rolled?
My 2-sentence command is write down and sign all the wrong that you've done in the city. And 2, think that you signed the correct document.
It's not going to work.
It could work on her, but it won't work on Thirstwell.
I don't think it'll work on her. I think the last time we tried to do a spell on her, it was just like, nah, that shit ain't happening.
Doesn't matter. He's already done it. Let's see what happens.
It's already done.
That's we're just doing the thing.
Wait, what are you casting? Because you said command.
Suggestion, sorry.
Okay, because I was like, no, that's definitely not going to work for command.
Can I see display?
So everything is about to go wrong.
Oh, I'm sure.
Not in the way that you thought. So let's run through everything that happens, and then everyone is going to get to do a thing. Zamar starts casting a spell. Thirstwell immediately uses a reaction to counterspell. He doesn't know what you were casting, but you were casting something, and he immediately stops it.
Doesn't he have to know what kind of spell I'm casting to counter it?
No, it's exactly the opposite. He knows you cast a spell, and then he gets asked, do you want to use a reaction to counter this? Yes, no. He doesn't actually even get to know what you were casting. You could have been casting Cure Wounds, and that's supposed to be the check on counterspell, is that you don't know what's cast.
I thought the check was that
in
you
third edition.
What kind? In third edition, you had to know what kind of spell it was.
Correct.
Yeah, in third edition was completely and utterly useless, so they made it better.
Yes. And so that has happened. Everyone else gets like a reaction to do things. So let's go top to bottom here for heroes. So Ariel. So let's put people where they're roughly actually sitting, because that's going to matter. And Lyra's over here with Harkina and company.
I was
Lord
actually
Lady.
over near the wall. I chose to be there.
Okay. And Edric, so you guys are all kind of down there at the bottom. The tax collector is like up here. Slobberchops is here. Thirstwell is closer here to the door. So Thirstwell has used his reaction. Ariel is next.
Honestly, nobody got hurt and nobody's fighting each other just yet, so I don't really have anything to react to per se.
All right, seems fair. What the Duke does is she picks up Slobberchops. Mortmar is not really doing anything either because he's in the same mind that chaos is about to happen, but is unsure what. The Lord and Lady drop prone, hiding under the table. The tax collector produces a dagger from his waistband, though no one's clear who exactly he's planning to use it on. Edric also hides under the table. Ronald, you're up.
I drink my mead.
Excellent.
I didn't know what was going on. All of a sudden, I hear a spell going off. It's like, what? And then suddenly it stops. Like, all right. I'm not smart enough to know magic.
Yeah. That was me looking at you suspiciously. Anyway, Rhea is also reaching for the dagger that she was able to smuggle in and produces it. Harkina waits. Lyra, what are you doing?
Lyra is going to try to hide behind these curtains.
I just sneak behind some curtains.
If you're hiding behind a curtain, there's a certain article of cloth that you need to be throwing up right now. Thank you.
So
Are these curtains transparent in any way?
no.
I think they were like dark black, heavy curtains.
Yeah. So let's say that you can move to the curtains, but you'll have to do the actual skill check next round.
No, next to it.
Yeah, so you're next to it now.
I'm already next to it.
You're next to it. Zamar, what exactly are you about to say before everything goes wrong?
Oh, I already said it. Do you not remember me saying my 2 sentences?
No, I remember you saying that, but no one's dead yet. So, like, I'm impressed.
So your thing has happened. We're now past that thing. Your spell has been choked back into your throat. What are you doing now? You've been choked.
Fine. Oh, is this my actual turn or?
Well, we're still at the cusp because no one actively attacked anyone yet. Like, no one will be surprised if someone plans to attack. We'll go into initiative, but no murder is on the table yet.
Basically, a cold war between everyone in the room at the moment.
Was that really necessary? Got Thirstwell.
Yes,
And I like
it was. Yes, it was. I feel like dinner is over. You can all leave, and you should right now.
Because it seems like everything was fine, and then you hopped in here. Everything could have been smooth sailing. No one had to be hurt. Everything was great, hunky dory.
Are you leaving? There's the door.
Here's where you say, "Here's my fist."
It's gonna be hilarious. Zamar, the tiny halfling bard, punching the cripple.
Yes.
I mean, Thirstwell also is kind of a jerk, so that's probably more the reason that you are punching him. But I mean, he has given you the opportunity to just walk out.
Let me see here. Will he do it a second time? Is it worth trying?
All right, he's thinking about that. Ariel, are you escalating this situation?
I'm not escalating the situation, but I'm not de-escalating it. I don't want to leave, to be real with you. But like, that's not really my decision. I'm not the smart one here. I literally have 8 intelligence. I don't make decisions.
I'm too dumb for magic.
McNee Smasher, are you in the same boat? You're too dumb to make decisions.
I mean, I kind of place my hand on the hammer, and the hammer's like, just to kind of, give that fair warning that, if shit goes down, I will smash.
Lyra, do you want to take this opportunity to try and make an actual what is it? Move silently, hide. They've rolled them into on stealth.
As tempted as she is to disappear behind a wall of cloth, she also is keenly aware of the envelope of notes in her possession. And she'll say, yes, I think it's time for us all to leave. I'm sorry for the disturbance. It was a lovely dinner.
I telepathically ask her, do you know something?
Remembering that she can't respond.
I know. But she can respond.
Can I use my message cantrip?
No. Spell. Same problem that just caused all this. Like, you could literally just say, like, you just give me a response.
I mean, you could just, like, nod your head cryptically and everyone else won't know what you're nodding to.
I'll say again, yes, we definitely should go.
I try to create a shower of sparks in Thurstwell's face.
Are you 100% certain that's the thing you want to do?
Kind of want to. Does anyone like?
That's the DM's way of saying if you do that, things are going to happen.
Oh, I know exactly that's what that means. But my inquiry is.
So
can I interrupt that?
Otherwise, we go
back.
Interrupt
that.
Intervention.
I actually have a very important question. Who brought all of their equipment? Because I know that the dwarves did.
I brought mine, and the fact that I brought my instruments.
Right, but did you also?
I did not bring my crossbow.
Okay, Lyra, were you also like Harkina and only hit a dagger on you, or did you actually have you been walking around with your bow this whole time?
I don't remember exactly, but I think I ended up just bringing things.
See, I thought she just brought a dagger.
I thought we had come to the conclusion that they wouldn't really care. They wouldn't stop us.
Like if you had like an adornished weapon, like something like a sword on your like hip or something, because it's like decorative.
Yeah. So I think I was wearing my rapier and my hidden daggers.
Okay, so Rhea also does not have her armor and just has a dagger. Edric has his spell focus, but none of his other weapons. But come on, he's Edric, and Mortimer has all of his stuff. So if things go bad, just remember that you're operating without your archer until you find a bow and arrow for her.
Right. So my question is can I telepathically interrupt him before he starts casting his spell? Do I have that opportunity?
You do, because you can tell him something, but then he still gets to make the decision of what he's going to do.
Cool. Lyra has information. We don't need to do this fight.
But I want to. I want to so bad. I want to do something.
You've been doing a lot. You're fine.
You burned down a boat. Is that enough blood for you?
I didn't burn out the boat.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was incidental burning. He wanted it so much the universe conspired.
I I sigh and say, "This could have been over," and I walk out the door. However, is there any pots in this room?
You better turn into Link.
In that room, there's like flower pots and things.
I plant one of the seeds in it as we leave.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Okay, good to
All right,
know.
everybody out, quick!
Like literally,
Run.
everyone else shuffles out the door. I pop it in and pour some water on it.
Shoot, what is that item even called? I don't remember. I just know
Bag
it
of
was seeds of
beans.
bad stuff.
I was
Is like
just
magical
looking
in
at
the name, or is it just bag of beans?
bag of beans. We have 4 out of 4 beans. I'll change that to 3.
I'm so excited to use this.
I was actually going to suggest that earlier, and I completely forgot.
All right. How far away can your group get in a minute? Pretty far.
Pretty far. We're leisurely walking though. We don't want to spark any alarm.
Fair enough. We're gonna just
Far enough that if
Did
it
we
turns
even
into a
notice you
giant
doing
pyramid,
this?
we'll be fine. Fine.
Did we notice you doing this?
Nobody's probably very rushedly like, "Yeah, let's go. Let's get out of here. Come on, let's go. Let's go, guys."
All right, so I'm gonna do this. So for people who are actually watching on Twitch and without having to scroll through that whole thing, here's the link for the bag of beans and what we may or may not have just done.
It's a good read. It's a very good read.
We're hoping for maybe a
I'm hoping
giant
for the
pyramid.
Yeah.
So
What does that one need to be? Oh, 91
91 to
99?
99. Pyramid with a 60-foot square base bursts upward. Inside is a sarcophagus containing a mummy lord.
all right. So, who wants to roll the dice?
Oh, of course our bard gets to roll the dice. He's the one who did it. It's his.
Yeah.
He's been
100.
wanting to do this, yes.
Yes.
He planted it.
Can I give him guidance
Aw.
for help? Oh.
Does
Yeah.
anyone want to use their inspiration to re-roll this?
All the inspiration.
Hold on. I just want to make sure.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Because I think of all the
think it's
options, I
great.
think that's actually the best thing. An animate, immobile stone statue in your likeness rises. It makes verbal threats against you if you leave it and others come near it. It describes you as the most heinous of villains and directs the newcomers to find and attack you. If you are on the same plane of existence as the statue, it knows where you are. The statue becomes inanimate after 24 hours.
I like that that's the one that happened, but I also want it to be something violent.
I will burn my inspiration for you.
Okay, the decision
Tamar
has
also
been made for
has
me.
inspiration.
I know, but I really want this pyramid.
All right, go ahead, and we're at 38, closer.
A campfire with blue flames spring forth and burn for 24 hours. So you just set the house on fire.
We burned the house down.
Now they can just put it out.
Yeah, it's a campfire. It's not.
Or
gonna
until
burn
it's
a house
extinguished.
down.
Oh, I thought it had to burn.
All
for
right,
24
there
hours.
goes my inspiration. Go ahead.
I'm actually scared of what might happen
Aw.
at the end of this. Is 13 boring?
Treant sprouts. There's a 50% chance that the treant is chaotic evil and attacks. Or treant.
Oh,
Okay,
maybe
now
a treant.
roll.
That could break the house.
Now roll a
It's
E2.
a huge plant.
So,
Yeah, that would
so you don't get to
the
find out if it's evil unless you stop burning inspiration to roll the terrible dice.
Oh,
We have, what, 2 inspiration left?
Yeah.
are we
Nice,
just going for
fine.
broke and getting the pyramid?
I'm
I'm
kind of
not.
down for it.
So that just leaves you, Kane. Oh, you're back to the... Is that the campfire?
It is another boring campfire. Lyra, is that really what you want out of this? Is it a campfire?
Yep.
Fair enough. So when
To
you're
make a
about
nice dinner party and get that inspiration.
You can get more inspiration later in your life.
Honestly, I've kept inspiration so many times, and you can't stack it. You can't stack it, so it's better to use it for something that's useful.
Like getting a mummy lord.
Like a mummy lord.
Oh, mummy lord.
Fine, but it's probably just going to bite us in the butt and be another campfire.
Statistically speaking, it actually has a better chance to not be a campfire.
Because we got it twice.
That's not how math works. It doesn't care what you had before.
Statistically.
Well, still
but
statistically, the
That's
odds
how
of
the
it
world
happening.
actually works.
Like there's a 1 in 10 chance that there's a 10% chance we'd get a fire again. Actually, less than that.
Yeah, but the way the universe and karma actually works is that we're not going to win.
How about this?
Not about winning.
You use your inspiration. We let you do the roll.
Mm.
Then it's all your fault.
Yeah, but I get the pressure button.
So is that all it needed to be? Was we just had to let people press buttons?
And
Yeah.
I mean, also, we have 3 more beans. We could just...
Come back later.
Is it /R or R/?
Should be /R and then the die you're rolling, D die.
Nope. R/. Told ya.
No, that was my roll. That wasn't your roll.
Oh.
It's /roll, and then D100.
I did, and it said unrecognized command.
Yeah, did it again. So it's still working for me. So maybe you're the problem.
You put the / before after the R.
So it should be /roll space 1d100. Like that. Which you can't see the
Question.
command, so...
What's a
Okay.
bullet?
And we're back to the first category.
All right, so we now get a statue of the likeness of our good bard.
I'm glad it ended up at that at least.
Some more sheer. That's Rapscallion. He's the worst creature that ever walked the earth.
It just keeps him awake at night.
He looks just like me. I know he's in the city. He's that way. Go find him. Stop him. He's up to dastardly deeds.
Well, so you do hear your statue. I guess, you know, because it knows that you're only like a minute away, so it's yelling its invective at you as you walk away. Are you planting any more doom seeds?
We'll save the doom seeds for now, I think.
I look at Lyra and say, "What'd you find?"
Oh God!
Are we far enough away now?
Yeah, you're running away. They're dealing with a surprise statue, and
Oh God, we'll never get rid of this halfling. The halfling stench is here forever.
Well, technically only for the next 24 hours.
No, the statue will stay.
The statue stays. It just stops being animate.
Oh, well,
Yes.
then they can just pick it up and move it.
It's immobile. Does that mean it also
It
can't
itself
be
is
moved?
immovable. It can't move, but someone can move it, right?
yeah, someone can move it.
We'll wake up tomorrow and be sitting outside of the tavern.
They'll probably just destroy it
Okay.
with one more than likely.
So,
Okay, Lyra says, smooth moves back there.
I mean, we didn't kill anything, and I didn't throw a hammer.
We need proof. Like there was no proof to be had in that room. We had to get someone to give us proof. I did the only thing I could think of.
We have to kill everyone?
No, I was gonna have her sign her own confession.
This is her
You
confession.
were gearing us up for a very bloody fight.
All right, let's not do the finger pointing now, guys. What did we find?
Ugh, don't get me started about finger pointing. I was trying to point fingers all night.
The envelope.
That's what he said.
Referring to my message, but okay, so I don't know exactly what I found, but I took some papers and it has a bunch of numbers on it. We'll have to look at it. Hopefully it's something useful, but there is something very dangerous apparently up in the Duke's bedroom. I didn't look at it because it was dangerous and I was alone, but I might want to
Coward.
go back.
Coward.
So you're fishing out all of the numbers for them?
Yeah.
So as you go through your bag to produce the numbers, the key is there.
Magic is weird.
In our walks, do we pass any sewer grates as we're walking away?
Several, many.
I can't help but think that there must be a way into the mansion underground.
You genius, man. Let's get to the closest sewer grate to their house.
Hold on. What's going on with these numbers on this envelope?
I'm wearing my nice new clothes.
Because we literally just passed the whole thing. Because now we're like, hey, we have a key again. What's going on with this envelope and numbers?
Oh yeah, do I find the numbers?
Someone just has to read it.
They are obviously a code. However, you don't have whatever will give you like the key to the code.
No, she has a key though.
She has a key. This is true. I chose my words poorly.
Quick, run the key across the numbers and see what happens. Make sure the gem goes across the numbers.
Make sure you turn it like a quarter way to the right and then left, and then it'll decode it.
I look at Edric. Edric, do you have comprehend language?
Fair question. I believe the answer is yes, but let me make sure by looking at his sheet. Because he has all of the useless spells.
He's got a lot of good ones too. We gave him some stuff.
We literally give him every single spell we find.
Pretty sure comprehend languages was one of those spells that we found, actually.
And now I need to look up the spell books because he doesn't naturally have it, but that doesn't mean it's not there.
Would he have to have it prepared?
No, because he's a wizard and he can ritually cast.
No.
It's not in those spell books.
Burning Hands, Detect Magic, Disguise Self, Charm Person, Find Familiar, Identify, Magic Missile, Cloud Dagger, Dark Vision, Featherfall, and a Cursed spellbook, apparently, that we got at some point.
Yes, excellent. I doubt Mortmar prepares comprehend languages, but let me just check if that's in his normal daily preparation. It is not. Is it one of the cleric's prepared spells? I somehow don't think Ariel prepares comprehend languages either.
No, I go for damage and healing.
So there was windows, right?
There were many windows, but they are behind the walls.
Okay.
So they're like 10, 20, 30. They're about 40-ish feet away from the walls.
It's evening time, isn't it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we can't leave anyway.
I mean, unless you come up with a wait. No, wait. You guys received while you were at the party that came up, and you asked Emric for the watch token to leave. So you do have a token that expires tomorrow, but you can leave. Right? You can leave, but you should probably leave quickly, or do whatever nonsense adventurers are getting ready to do.
I mean, without the code to read this, can we? I mean, I guess we could try to decipher it, but I feel like that'll take all night if we even attempt it.
Yes, it will definitely be something you shouldn't do in the middle of the street, a minute away from the place you stole it from.
They'll never suspect it.
You know what place has really good code breakers? Candlekeep.
But what if it's a message that it's in relation to something here, and we have to go all the way to Candlekeep to figure out what it says, to come all the way back here to do whatever it...
We send ravens.
My hope was that we could just find Amric and get him to come out and tell us the code.
Oh.
Hey,
Look at that. It's a recipe for
right over
banana
here?
bread.
who here is from Baldur's Gate?
No one.
Oh, that's true.
Except our handy dandy followers.
Edric is indeed from Baldur's Gate, and Harkina has been here for, several months to a year. Where would Amric be going? Does anyone have this figured out?
Go to the drowned boat.
I'm going to assume a pub
Bar?
nearby.
We have one vote for a pub nearby.
The brothel.
We have a vote for a brothel.
Probably.
Were the ladies he was with from the brothel?
No, they were from the House Linekier. They would be incredibly offended if you confused the two.
I feel like while he has two ladies on his arm, he might not be going to a brothel. Unless they already, stormed off without him.
You feel that he has enough ladies that he does not require additional ladies?
I'm saying if you already have two ladies, you don't go finding more. I mean, I don't know Amric, but I feel like he's already swung this evening. Do the ladies storm out? Did the ladies storm out? Do we see the ladies?
No, remember before you made a scene, you had him take them out.
I know.
I don't think we know where
I
he's...
say we try to find Amric and ask him what the code is. Or alternatively, we go to that shop that definitely is an affront for the Thieves Guild and ask them what the code is. Because presumably it's a code that they would know, being the Thieves Guild.
It is not, because neither Harkina, who you know knows Thieves' Cant, and Lyra, who you know knows Thieves' Cant, saw it as that.
I don't mean literally Thieves' Cant. I mean if their business is what it is, then I imagine that they might have come across codes in their time, and they would need to use it. But if that's just a poor idea, then that's just a poor idea. Finding Amric it is. Does anyone know where he goes? I asked Amric and Harkina.
Well, he's got nowhere to go to business, so the only other place that he might go is, he might be taking the Linekers home. He might be going to some other noble's house, or he may have just gone upstairs with them.
Did we know that so I'm assuming we didn't really have a good way of tracking him as soon as he left that room. We don't know if he's still in the actual house.
Correct, because someone's spider was eaten. I like how this is going to be a problem whenever it comes up.
So how do we find him?
I mean, either we try to run to the Linkers or we try to run to the other place, but it seems to me either we need to find Amric or we need to find a way in through the basement.
I'm not sure how to find Amric, so I vote basement.
Also, if we go through the basement, I probably can't come. Do I hear the statue? Do I know the statue is screaming?
Oh, yeah, no. You hear the statue, and you are fully aware that it hates you, and I think since you identified the beans, you know what the beans can do, so you know that it also psychically, magically knows wherever you are on this plane.
Yeah.
Hey, look, he's coming back to the house.
Yeah, I feel like if we go, that I'm unable to help.
Oh no, I just realized that Oh no, we just literally left a tracking device in their house for you.
Only for the next 24 hours. All right, let's go find. Let's start running up and down the streets yelling Emmerich name until we find him.
All right.
I don't think we should do that.
I was like, an oddly straightforward and perhaps effective choice.
Heading, of course, in the direction of his lady's friend's house, because that may make the most sense.
All right. I don't know if anyone's going to stop Ronald, but
I do not stop Ronald.
so you do find him outside their gates with the two twins. And when he sees you all approaching, he doesn't know that anything went wrong. So he gives you like a big wave, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were leaving so soon. I could take you to the gate. You're lucky that the watch hasn't noticed you yet."
Surprised too with all the yelling I'm doing.
Hey, that is a very good point. That makes you wonder why no one has noticed you yet.
I go up and I shake Amrick's hand. I realized before this I didn't ask where this was found, so I could be handing him something that is his own, and he will freak the hell out. I like pull him a little close, like, and try to act all conspiratorial. It's like, so I think we might need your help. So we found a coded message, and we think that with your intelligence, you might be the only one that can figure it out.
Well, I will do what I can to help. And he, waves the twins away. And he's like, "I'm always willing to help my friends. So show me what you need me to try and decipher. As you know, I am a master of codes." Which you do know. You've seen that he is very good with codes.
Oh no, it wasn't his room.
I hope. I'm thinking it might have been his room.
Do I have a gauge from the room I was in, whose room it was?
It was the only room you saw that was tastefully done. There was a 6-foot large mirror, and there was a letter to the maid he's having an affair with, signed with his name on it. So odds are his room.
Okay. I'm not going to give him the papers.
Give him the papers.
Alternatively, you can write it down on a new paper, but
Probably figure out as he's deciphering it. Wait, I wrote these words.
So he is sort of standing there waiting for whatever it is you need him to try and decipher.
I have no idea, and so I look at Lyra and go, "Give him the paper."
You know, everyone's staring at you. Hand him the paper.
I think I left it at the tavern. We'll bring it by tomorrow.
Wait.
We never went back to the
Give me a
tavern.
deception on this.
Oh.
Hold on, I only have 8 intelligence, but hold on, that's a red flag. We found this at the dinner party and you left it at the tavern.
I know, that's why she needs to make a quick check here.
I mean, my response is, like, we never went back to the tavern.
Make that check at disadvantage because Ronald sold you out.
That's fair. If it rolls less, I'll be funnier.
No, I get a crit.
That's a shame.
But at disadvantage, you take the lower of the two.
I know.
So Emmerich is a little confused, and he's like, "Well, I guess if you don't want to share it, that's all right. Keep your secrets."
Meme.
Emmerich, I'm really concerned about you, my friend, because that devil really has it out for you. He tried to make a deal with us, and we turned him down because you're our friend. But we have to, in order to protect you and your friends, we have to get into the manor and find something to hold over the fist while we try to figure out what's going on with them.
What more could you have possibly needed than the one duke who still has a decent head on her shoulders. I laid it out for you. All you had to do was say yes.
So, but that was the problem. She might have the best head on her shoulders, but she's still only one of two. So we need to convince the other duke too.
The other duke who's a conspirator?
Against her, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm trying to lean into this. Like I'm trying to convince the other duke, like, you get him on your side.
See, that's the issue. Amric says is that we don't think he's persuadable because that's his niece.
Oh, but as you pointed out, he doesn't have a good head on his shoulders. If we show him how wrong he is, then I think it'll be so much easier to take control.
Well, you're the ones with access to the fist, so good luck bringing something to him.
And taking something to him is easy, but we need something. We need something to get the fist to help us out. If we aren't showing that we're putting in a good faith effort, then
But what do you want to find? There is nothing. And he like looks at Lyra like, I'm not that dumb. You were doing some snooping, and did you find anything?
Just something smells kind of bad upstairs.
Oh, that's Thirstwell's room. Imps, things like that.
Unfortunate.
all right. If there's nothing in the home, then where would you keep it?
So
The tower part of the home.
the tower is part of the home, and as far as you could tell from Amric, he is frustrated at this point because he thinks he has told you everything that he knows, right? Like, hey, yeah, of course, all of the dukes do sleazy stuff, but we weren't doing anything that, as bad as people are saying.
We're gonna get
Get the inclination that so the devils are contra the vampires, but I'm confident that the Cult of the Dead 3 and Tiamat were working with them.
Those
Or
are
at least-
all
or at
things
least-
you know or believe you know.
Yes, I said believe I know. Very purposeful.
So, by the way, I believe you guys are all nice and long rested up, right?
Yes. Aside from the one spell I tried to cast.
I've cast 2 spells.
Oh, and my my enthralling performance, which would have been really nice in the party room instead of out in the parlor.
True enough.
I wasted it. If I'd used it on Thirstwell and what's her face.
So,
you like your family? Like, honest question, Amric. You like your family?
I mean, Mortlock's a bit, but I'm sure, he's got a, he seems a little iffy and just moves right past Mortlock. And Thirstwell's a bit of a bully, but come on, look at what's happened to him. And, he wants to be healed. He wants to be what he thinks is normal. And I mean,
and your mother deigned to spend that kind of treatment on the cat and not on him.
I mean, yeah, I can understand why he was upset about that, but let's face it, like, Slobberchops is only got maybe another year or 2 left. Thirstwell, in like 5 or 6 years, we can still heal him, so it made sense in her mind. And
you're okay with the way he treats you?
I mean, I just avoid him. I advise you all avoid him too, because he's got a whole bunch of imps, and they're not the nicest of creatures.
Yes, I'm familiar. Side note, I'm pretty sure it was imps that set your boat on fire, just in case you're unaware.
Yeah, but
so your brother's the one that set off your place of business and burned it to the ground.
There were also other devils there, and imps also work with devils. So
I don't think that it is likely that Kashara was working with Ebbs. It seems like he's pretty much set on his own. I don't think he needs to order a couple lowly imps around if he's as powerful as he seems to be. If he's able to just make an entire room bow to his whims, then I think it's much more likely that your brother did it.
do you have any proof?
I'm just trying to point out things that I think should be obvious to you, Emmerich. Your family is not caring about you, not putting your interests at heart.
Well, I'm sure once our position is solidified, we'll be able to smooth those over. But if you don't need me to interpret anything or whatever, decipher anything, I am going to head back home.
I kind of glance over at Lyra and I go, apparently not.
All right, well, Amric wishes you good night, and he is leaving. Is anyone going to try and stealthily follow him? Because I have to ask these questions.
I think... No, I'm not. Is anyone going to? I think
Stealth isn't in my character.
Clank, clank, clank,
I think
clank,
if
clank.
we want to sneak in, we need to sneak in tonight before they can try to find us.
Not much sneaking
But-
going on with
but
your
I physically cannot do anything sneaky. He's 12 feet away. Everyone, he is 12 feet away from this location to the northeast. He's right over there.
11 feet now.
I smell him.
So that does add an extra wrinkle in your planning.
When Amric leaves and is safely out of earshot, I say, I realize that I probably stole these from Amric's room.
Oh, that explains a little bit. I kind of wish we had done that before we found the poor man.
Also, we gotta have some sort of signal to each other so that, if we're trying to lie to someone else, we don't just give each other away. She says, glaring at the other, man, all these.
Donald
I'm the tallest
McAllister.
person in the party right now.
Who is he sleeping? Okay.
Says, glaring at the dwarf and the half-dwarf.
So we haven't seen any watchmen, right?
Dwarf.
No, you've seen none.
It's almost like they expected something to happen. Them as in, the Van Thampers, whatever.
Are you implying that they've called the guards towards their home, or that they called the guards off?
Called them off.
They'll call them off.
So I guess we go back and sleep, considering it's the middle of the night, and there's a statue of me declaring my location for everyone to hear inside that poorhouse.
We did say that after today that we were going to be leaving in the ship and doing that stuff. So we kind of did promise that. We kind of have a time restraint here.
I say,
Can we re-roll the magic bean for the campfire again?
we can plant more.
Hey, Beans has got us in this mess. Beans can get us out of this mess, all right?
I mean, nothing's stopping you from planting more beans.
Can we just chuck it over the wall?
I'm gonna
No,
you have to plant it.
You had to plant it and water it.
So in theory, you could put it into a pot and then throw the pot after you do what you need to do. I'm going to go back to I'm going to go back to my original question that I already forgot the answer to. In theory, we could. So we can't go to Candlekeep because we don't have the book. Is that what I'm getting here?
So you need a book that is unique, or someone needs to be willing to give up a spell book, which you have extras of.
We have lots of spellbooks. It's true.
Yeah.
It is usually a much
Okay.
bigger issue because you're not just wandering around with spare spell books.
Yeah, and what is this cursed spell book that we have? Did we ever
Yeah.
actually do anything with that?
I don't think so. It's locked.
Yeah, let me look it up and let me find out how you find out what it does and see if you have done what it requires you to do.
I seem to recall finding it, us discovering that it was cursed. Otherwise, we would have opened it.
No, yes, that's it. You've learned that it is cursed, and you don't know what causes the curse to happen. You're just carrying around this here cursed book.
Hey, that sounds like a perfect thing to take to whatchamacallit? To Candlekeep.
Yeah.
Can we
Let
get
them
the
deal with it.
Candlekeep via
Boat.
via boat?
All right, everyone, pull up their map of Forgotten Realms. Matt, can you switch us over to it?
There we go, Baldur's Gate region. And these are your old tokens, so ignore them. And and Lisbeth is dead now, thanks to people just leaving her on the street, so she's gone.
Yay, and the answer is
That
yes.
poor girl.
All right, looks like we're getting a boat.
Yep.
We're leaving leaving Baldur's Gate to its own whims. No experience for us.
The experience was the fact that we made the decision.
Exactly.
But I want a demon shield.
Devil Shield,
Devil
they're different.
shield.
I want you to have the devil shield too. It makes me sad.
We'll find you something better, I promise.
Hmm.
I will contact oh god, was it Bruner Battlehammer, Battle whatever. Oh my god, I can't remember his name. And I will get you a shield that produces mead.
Oh, would you?
Yes, after all of this, we will go back to him and I will tell him your deeds and see if I can convince him to give you his shield.
Wait, does his shield really make mead?
Yes.
Wow.
Before every fight, he just starts pulling like
Like,
On
tanker
tap.
after tanker. Like, here you go,
Is that like-
everyone.
is that like dwarf racist? I feel like that's dwarf racist.
We're working on it.
Most of the characteristics portrayed for any of the races in D&D are racist.
Also, I'm curious as to how it produces the mead and how much and how frequently, because you can technically drown enemies with it.
I mean, you'd have to waterboard them, but sure.
I like how
It's like
that's the
literally
first
you
thing
pull
I
out
thought of.
like he actually pulls out like a tankard of mead. Like he's just like here you go. He just starts handing it out. Like you got an army of like 500 dwarves. All right, one for everyone.
It produces the
Take
tankard
one
as
down,
well.
Pass it around.
Yes,
Does the tankard go away when it's like, or is there just like,
I don't know.
is there just now like you know how like there's like those floating giant things of all of the plastic bottles in the ocean that is there just that but of mead tankards?
Oh my god, can I just walk around the streets with it, just handing tankards to people? Here you go, 1 copper, 1 copper, 1 copper. One
So
copper.
is it
Here,
is
that's
it tonight that we were supposed to assault the boat, or is it tomorrow?
So you promised to do it tonight, but I was very curious about why you made that promise when your plan was potential murder. So I don't know if you guys meant that promise or if that was just like players
I
make
think-
promises all the time.
I think the idea was that we thought we might have to hightail out of here after murdering a duke, which we did not do.
So the interesting
So-
thing is everyone thought you were going to try to kill a duke. You thought it, she thought it, and that's why she got rid of the watch. Like everyone was ready for this to go into murder, but it didn't.
That's
I-
surprising for our group.
I was so close to it. I was so close to it. I wanted forward movement. But now we know Candlekeep has the answers we need. So I feel like that's what we need to jump on.
Correct. Candlekeep has answers that you might need. There is a boat that you want to go steal, and there is a devil shield somewhere, most likely either in a tower or a mystery basement.
I did promise a shield, but we don't know where the shield is. I tried so many times to get the information.
That's okay. For the sake of adventure, we can move on without it.
We'll find you a
I,
better shield, I promise.
I do love the idea of the cleric getting the devil shield though, and having to fight with with the inner devils of his shield on a regular basis.
All
If
right.
you do this, I'll give you a suit of plate mail. It'll be nice and easy. All you have to do is murder that person over there. All you have to
man, I'm
do is
ready.
murder Zamar in his sleep.
I have my mace in my hand already. I'm good to go. Where's Springmail? Come on, you gotta give it to me first.
You just need to kill enough people to to get enough iron from the blood to make your plate mail.
In the name of my lord, I will do it.
It would take
Crusade.
It would take so many lifetimes to be able to do that.
I need
Even
a
as a
paladin
dwarf.
mixed group.
So my understanding is you're planning to go back to the Baldur's Gate docks to try and get your ship, the Uncivil Serpent, from the remaining crew that has remained on the boat because their Minotaur captain is now sadly dead, and they're not allowed to leave because there's a blockade.
Hey,
Oh, I
He's
forgot that we have to
living-
fight for it.
What kind of blockade?
no, we don't have to fight
the
for
Baldur's
it.
Gate blockade.
Like, is it a physical blockade?
Yeah, how are we gonna get past the blockade?
I'm assuming it's the Flaming Fist, right?
If only there were two very powerful people who you could make a deal with.
Okay, so we do have the notes of numbers that I got. We could exchange that to Liara Portier in exchange to let us get safe passage out of the blockade.
Can we?
And she can have her people work on the code.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Yeah, actually, I'm down for that.
Also, as a side note, we technically don't have to
Then-
fight for the boat. We can intimidate to get ourselves a boat in a crew. I mean, I am literally
So-
wearing their captain's horn as a codpiece right now, so...
Ooh, bonus to intimidation.
Also-
yes.
I
So,
wanted to
if-
say I'd forgotten that fact, but I can never forget that.
Also, currently, they're just stuck there on their boat, unable to do anything. If we're able to get passage, then we could say, hey, we have a way out of here. We're going to commandeer this boat, and you can come with us so you can get out of Baldur's Gate and, have a life again.
A life of piratry and worship of Baphomet, the god of chaos and slaughter. That's the people you want to crew your boat.
It'll be fine. I can sink the boat afterwards.
People do we need to appropriately crew this ship, this side ship?
A good question that many different resources gave me many different answers for, but I think that the correct answer is you need a dozen at a time, so you need about 20 people to have 2 shifts.
Is the person who's trying to get us to take this boat, do they have a crew that we're unaware of, or...
Tarina hasn't been hiring a crew because she didn't know when she was going to have a boat.
Cool.
But
All right.
assumably, it's very easy to hire a crew in a destitute city. Like
Yes. And while they may be disreputable, they won't be worships the god of slaughter disreputable.
We don't know that.
Also true.
I am in favor of going to take over the boat now. I mean, what else are we gonna do?
We could always.
We were going
We have to either tell the Flaming Fist that we failed our mission, or we have to go back to the Van Dammer.
Well, no, you
Hell,
were you here for the
our
part that you're here for the blockade part, right? The fact that we have
Yeah.
to make somebody happy.
Yeah, we have to.
So
So
Yeah.
either we have to go figure out a way to appease the Flaming Fist.
What I suggested was we use the coded messages I took as a bargaining chip to Liara Portier to say, hey, we found this, and it's probably got some useful information. We'll give it to you if you give us passage through the blockade.
Okay, I'm here for that.
all right, so boat first, Flaming Fist second,
Whatever you said, we didn't hear.
Phenomena. Oh,
You're talking, but we can't hear you.
No,
Oh.
what?
I didn't say it was a good option. I just, murder is on the table, so I want to make sure it stays on the table.
Yes, murder's on the table, boys.
I'm a little in favor of the murder on the table.
Reach
on the
back on the
table.
menu, boys.
All right, so we're going to. So first, I guess we need to go back to the tavern to let the person know that we are going to now assault the boat if she wants to join us. We probably want to
get our
drop
equipment.
Lulu off. Yes, get our equipment. And
We
then
should first go to Liara Portier, assure that we're gonna be able to go through the blockade, and then we should rest because Lulu's out of commission. I've used 2 out of 3 spell slots, and Zamar's used at least one spot.
I've only used
slot.
That's not
Okay.
I feel like we still have plenty of resources. None of our health is damaged. None of this.
remember, you have another pseudo spellcaster. So right.
And we also have to wait for Liara Portier to decipher the message before she'll give us that information. I assume. So I feel
the deal that we'll make.
We hand it off, and then we go assault the ship, and we'll see what happens.
No, the deal would be: here's this information, decipher it yourself, but we want through the blockade, not decipher it and then decide if we get to go through the blockade.
Oh, you're being very, very optimistic, but okay.
Being good business person.
I'm just suspicious of Liara actually following through on something like that.
I mean, they're all evil, so.
All right, we go to Liara.
On the road to Viridian City.
There you go. Go to the inn. It's now like 11-ish at night. You suit up, and then you go to Liara.
We switch out Lulu for somebody else.
We bring the captain. I assume the captain wants in on getting the boat.
Oh, no. Tarina's not going to go fight some pirate crew. That's what she's got you for.
And somebody else. I don't know.
Tell Tarina, hey, we're going to start the boat plan. Start gathering a crew.
Yeah, she'll start hiring people once she has her boat. She still views it as her boat. That will probably be a conversation you're all going to have later.
Sure. We should probably bring a ranged person to make up for our lack of HRs.
That sounds so cool.
Oh, you mean like along plus us, like a friend, like an NPC?
Yeah, we're switching Lulu out for somebody
because Lulu is sleeping.
I think Harkina was the ranged one.
Yeah.
Don't we already have Harkina though?
Well, right, but everyone else is going to be not joining you on the boat,
gotcha.
boat assault.
So what? There's 5 total is what we're going for.
Yes. So are you going to the boat now?
No, we're going to go talk to the Flaming Fist person first.
Oh, excellent. Swing by the Flaming Fist.
Wake her up.
Sorry, I'm scrolling down because I keep losing all of my Zaj cronies' names. There they are. I'm gonna move that over to this screen so I can see it. So, when you arrive, you're brought up by the gnome and half-orc who have been in his group, and Zaj and Liara are waiting for you. And Liara says, I want to know very quickly why you all saw a need to kill Isio before we talk about anything else.
Who's Isio?
Sacrificing children to bring forth the demon. Devil. Whatever.
Oh, we didn't kill him. That's the easy answer.
Did he die?
Yes, he did die. But Zamar is right that technically someone else stabbed him for
He was stabbed in the back by one of his own cronies. I can I could like. Do you want to know all the information about that? But he definitely was stabbed in the back by his own crony for being corrupt.
Sacrificing children to summon devils.
Well, excellent. If it wasn't you, I'll accept it. She points to the half-orc. Go release the witness, and we'll be done with that. Now, what are you here to report?
Who's the witness?
Which witness?
Yes. We came across a small child who was trying to sneak out of Baldur's Gate, and he claimed it was because he was running from a group that matched your description, who had killed someone in the Flaming Fist. Clearly, what he said he saw wasn't accurate. So we're just going to throw him back into the lower city and let him handle it himself.
Was he not a prisoner of the Fist? Where was he a prisoner of?
She looks at Zaj, looks at you. Zaj doesn't keep good notes. It's one of the many things we're going to fix once I'm in charge.
I think Matt is secretly Zaj.
No. This makes sense to you use.
I guess my question is does the Watch have different prisoners than the Fist? Are they the same prison?
They do, but one thing you know from being from Elturel, one of the things you guys generally look down on Baldur's Gate on is that they're kind of loosey-goosey with everything. So it's entirely possible someone somewhere arrested someone, threw them in jail, and never let anyone know what was going on, because Baldur's Gate is just that sort of place.
I mean, that child, I kind of run through the entire events of the evening to fill them in and be like, you might not want to set the child free. Maybe find a nice place to rehabilitate the child for being forced to murder people. I don't know if it was the child's choice or not, but I feel like maybe you don't want to stick him back on the street.
Here Liara actually leans in and she seems actually concerned. The kid has a better shot of living on the streets than if we put him back in jail. Because at the moment, if what you're telling me is true and he escaped from jail, everyone's going to think he's a snitch.
I mean, okay, you're the one from the sketchy town.
Here Zaj breaks in and he's like, yes, everything here is broken and nothing will ever be the way you want it to be. Now that you're all happy, what did you come here for?
We have some coded notes that should hopefully incriminate the Van Thampers in exchange for them. We seek passage through the blockade.
Liara asks to see the notes. I assume you hand them over. And I think.
Bless you.
Yeah, I think Lyra keeps freezing up on me.
Yep, she froze.
It'll catch up in a little bit. Is what it has to do.
I hand over a sample. Let me know when you can hear me.
Okay, just heard you. You said you handed over a sample. Liara looks at it, turns to Zaj and says, get someone to decipher these. Zaj takes them. He starts flipping through them and he's like, we'll see who's on staff who might be able to. Liara turns back to you. As for getting through the blockade, I think I can arrange that for you. We'll still have to deal with the Van Thampers on my own, but if you just want out of Baldur's Gate, you've done what you can. I see no reason not to get you out of here if that's what you want.
Yes.
Much appreciated. We would really like to go to Candlekeep.
Is there a token that we need to show? Do we just let the dockmaster know? How do we get out?
Where are you leaving right now?
Probably the morning.
Excellent. Well then, in the morning, I will meet you at Elfsong Tavern, and I will go with you to make sure everything goes perfectly fine.
Can you provide us
You need a boat. Oh, I thought that you already had one. Now, getting a boat would be difficult if only there were a large merchant family we could seize things from. But alas, the only merchant families that I know of are all on the up and up at the moment. Now there is a duke though who has a lot of ties who we might be able to get things from, but it'll take time to go through these notes.
All right, we'll just get a boat on our own.
Excellent. If you need a loan, we can work on getting you a loan.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We're going to pay for this boat with our own blood, sweat, and tears.
Ah, you're going to deal with the Minotaur problem. Thank you.
Yes,
Minotaur,
you're welcome. Remember
Minotaur
this.
problem. I point to my codpiece. I'm like, the Minotaur problem's already solved.
Ah, well, I'll bring you up to speed on our intelligence on this boat. The Minotaur who you killed, One Eye, he has a sister who has been on that boat, and she's been, angry because they haven't been able to leave, and also angry that they've,
Is she seeing red?
Yes. Baldur's Gate is open to many religious practices, so we don't care too much about their demon worship, but we did put a stop to any sacrifices they've been doing, and she would like to get back to doing those. So just a warning if you're going there.
We won't be sacrificed. Correct.
Oh, good. I don't want you guys to all die a terrible death. You're still both my friends and useful. Stay both.
Get it.
All right, let's
We're
go
just
make
friends
some.
with all the baddies in town. We're besties with Amric. We're besties with Liara.
Let's go make some
Friends
hamburgers.
close, but the enemy's closer.
I got the meat tenderizer right here.
Liara, another word of warning, which I'm sure you're already well aware. Duke Van Thumper is gunning to try to displace you.
Well, we'll add that to our list of things to be concerned about. I assumed it was true, but knowing it is will help us.
Yeah, she tried to have us help her in her efforts. We declined and started going south, where we're not on friendly terms with them, but she is certainly not on friendly terms with you.
Excellent. Well, if there's nothing else, then Zaj will be pulling together the brightest we have in the Flaming Fist to solve that code.
They'll figure it out in a year.
So now that we've turned in, is there like the rest of payment that's needed due?
Well, once we're able to complete our investigation and get rid of Duke Van Thamper from a realm of power, as I said, if you wish to take possession of her property, we will arrange that.
I would love possession of her property and anything in that house.
That's not going to happen right away.
I know,
Let's go
but
get
I
a boat.
claim dibs first. I'm claiming dibs first.
Dibs. All right. I say we go to the docks.
Excellent.
A
Are
little
there any-
confused about Ariel. Who is she? Who does she serve? Which god?
Ilmatir.
And that's a technically good god, right?
It's
Not evil.
It's of endurance. It's kind of neutral.
Okay, it's neutral.
Neutral.
I mean, like, it's not like she wants the house from like a good person, right? Like, the house would be better served with you guys there.
Absolutely.
No, I'm
and
more
all
confused
treasures included.
specifically about the desire for the demon shield.
Well, presumably the double shield, it is trapped in the shield, so it doesn't really have much influence. Otherwise, the other doubles would not be trying so hard to get it back and free it.
So if anything, it's just dangerous in the wrong hands. It has to be protected by me.
To the boat.
To the boat. Does anyone need to cast any spells, do any things to prepare for going to the boat?
Before we round the corner of the boat, I ritually cast detect magic, just because.
Because you can ritually cast detect magic?
Yeah, because it's helpful to know that thing's magic.
Great.
Don't get hit by that sword. It's really magic.
Where?
I mean, don't get hit by swords in general, but that one in particular is bad.
Ah, hey, great. So you see the what you assume is the uncivil serpent because it is flying a large flag of Baphomet. How is it pronounced? We'll go with Baphomet. So it's the only boat in the harbor that's flying it. So safe assumption that's the one that's got the Minotaur on it. Are you just walking straight up? Is there going to be any attempt at subterfuge or stealth? Like what's the
You know,
approach
I
here?
hear it's really easy to catch boats on fire, and I think that's the plan we need to go with.
No, you want this
Yeah.
boat.
I'm joking.
Sorry, I mean to be real,
We want
you
to
should expect
keep
this
the
from us.
boat.
I'm going to turn into a spider and get on the boat.
Can you turn into a
I say
spider
we-
yet? Because it's
Yes.
Oh yeah, because you're small.
Wait, can I turn into animals yet? I can't turn into animals yet, can I?
I
And you
didn't-
wouldn't be able to do it purposefully and with intent, because you would be casting them accidentally, right? You don't know how to use magic.
No, the animal thing's a different thing. It's the casting of spells that's going to be weird. Oh no, level 2 is when I can start turning into an animal, isn't it?
Yeah.
I always thought it was level 1 for some reason.
Let's go ahead and give
Can't
you a
actually
very
be a barbarian yet.
brief overlook. Let me make sure this is the uncivil serpent. Ta-da! So this is like what you could see. There's 4 people up on top of the boat. There's a dwarf who has got a big shield of Baphomet, which is weird. Most dwarves usually aren't worshiping Minotaur blood gods, but whatever, he is. And then you have 2 tieflings at the front, and a human who is sort of at the front of the boat with a lantern looking out. And it doesn't take too much for you to see that there are more people below because there's lights from below. They've not necessarily seen you as in they care about you, but it's a giant pier. There's some boxes you could try and stealth along, but look at your dwarf. There's no real stealth for the dwarf.
So there's looks like 5 people up on deck.
4. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What's that?
That is
That's
a
a
design that looks like the wheel of the boat, or the rudder of the boat. I'm sorry, because the wheel is goofily animated
Oh.
up here.
Yeah.
No.
That's the anchor.
Yeah.
As
This
I
is the wheel.
leaned in, I saw the wheel. I thought the wheel was the box. But, you're good. Never mind. These
Wheel, anchor,
are they on swivels?
mast.
The
Nice.
giant crossbows. The
Yeah,
ballista.
are they on swivels?
I would assume no, that they just shoot in this little arc here.
It's a very poorly
So I
designed.
So they can't turn the other way.
Correct.
I would like to say, with my knowledge of boatcraft, frequently the artillery on the upper deck was used to prevent mutinies, so it was able to be pointed at the deck itself. But if they don't face towards the deck, they don't face towards the deck.
Yeah, it's a really weird pirate ship because that's it. That's all of their heavy ordnance. There's no cannon or anything. Like, it's a really weird pirate ship.
I say
A
we
lot of
just run
magic.
on in. Let's go in guns blazing.
All right, I throw a hammer.
I vicious mocker as soon as I get in range. I'm
All
gonna
right,
put my-
let's go
Yeah,
ahead
yeah.
and add turns because no one's surprised by what's about to happen here. So let's go ahead and move. Where's my initiative tracker? I had it. There it is. Oh, first I guess we should delete all of the old ones.
Oh my god, that's the highest initiative I've rolled all game.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize people were already rolling initiative.
I listened to those cues quickly. I'm like, I'm ready.
Word.
Okay, so go ahead and put your 17 and 11 back or whatever. And is that 11 with your jack of all trades?
Yeah.
Wow, my life is miserable.
I'm literally trying
Is
to
it?
type in my turn order and it's not allowing me.
Let me
Oh,
fix
never mind, I
that.
got it.
Excellent. Ronald, what were you? 5?
Yeah, I'm in there.
Oh, you're in here twice. So who am I missing? Oh, there's just 5 of you, right? There is no Atros.
Nat 20.
Bang, bang, bang with the trolley.
And then we just need... Oh, why are we talking about trolleys?
Oh.
You really should know. That's an important thing to know. And I need to go down to the spot where I have pirate stat blocks. No, I don't
I
want
wonder if I can
that.
find free combat music.
Okay, you probably can. Alright, now let's put everyone in ascending order? Or descending order, sorry. Lyra, you have the first turn. No one is surprised. And in case you didn't
Okay.
see the text, these boxes give you half cover, and if you go prone, they will give you full cover.
Okay, but I'm able to shoot over them without any issue.
Correct.
Okay. Then, and what do these people look like? Do they all look like they have weapons on hand that they would be using, or do any of them look like maybe they rely on any sort of range thing?
This guy's just carrying a lantern. The dwarf has a giant shield with Baphomet imagery on it. One of the 2 tieflings at the front just has a scimitar and a crossbow, and the other one is in chainmail with a sword and shield.
Okay. She's gonna shoot at the one with the lantern.
Good plan.
Yeah.
Any luck with that combat music, Frank?
Oh, yeah, it's playing.
Oh,
Crit.
that's right. I have your stream muted. That is indeed a crit.
I don't think I got sneak attack though. yet.
No. 'Cause-
So it'd
Don't
be
have anyone
18
near enough.
damage.
and that is a dead pirate. His lantern falls and is extinguished. Anything else you would like to do, Lyra?
She's gonna hide behind these boxes.
Excellent.
Should I stealth?
You should indeed, because that is your cunning action.
I think I stealth.
Excellent. And I assume you're like right up next to the boxes. Did I move you so you actually see things? Good, I did. Yeah. So Harkina's going to move to here, which she should be able to with her between her and her cunning action, and takes a shot. All right. So We are now ready for the rest of the team to get involved after the two fast people have gone. Ariel, you are up, and I saw you are already measuring.
Oh, I was just checking to see because I can't really tell how far I can move because I don't see the squares exactly with the
It looks
dot.
like the squares are actually twice as big as they are supposed to be.
Yeah, I thought they were small.
Oh, hey, for some reason they are. Well, a square is still a square. It's just the scale is all off. This was one of the maps they gave us.
So I can only move 30 feet.
I mean, 60 feet. Because it's
Well, 30 feet and take an action.
All right, so if you move your character with the arrows, like if you click and then move, it's 2.5 per movement or per square. So 1, 2, so that's 5 feet there. So 10, 15. 20.
I shouldn't have drawn over it. That's what I'm realizing.
So 60 feet on this
Dual weapon?
map is 30 feet technically?
That seems appropriate.
Yes.
So I can actually move like down here.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure. Is it still night or is it day? I've forgotten already.
It's super late at night.
Oh, good. That means I can physically attack. Good. But not right now. I'm going to try and use...
Spiritual weapon?
No, I'm going to use a Sacred Flame on... Sacred Flame radiant damage, not actual fire. I can attack the tiefling, right?
You sure can.
Wonderful. I'll attack him.
Sorry, I'm making sure I knew the safe. The one in heavy armor or the one with no armor?
Oh, which one? The one who has the sword has, this one has armor?
Correct.
Yeah, I'll hit the one with armor first.
That is a failed save, so 2 points of radiant damage.
And then what else does Sacred Flame do?
That's it. It's basically just a damage move.
It's mainly for zombie killing, because otherwise zombies keep getting back up if they're not hit with radiant damage, so...
It does good damage from afar for now. And I have to end my turn. That's all I can do.
The target gains no benefit from cover for the... Okay, got it. Never mind.
Yeah, essentially nothing of value.
Yeah. Back to Knee Smasher.
Yep. So, this guy starts yelling an alarm and is running downstairs.
Wait, if I get a +4 to, like, spell attacks, does that work with cantrips as well? Or is that only for, like, certain things?
If the cantrip says that you make a spell attack. So, I don't know a cleric one that uses a spell attack. I think they might all be saves.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, it is saves. Never mind. Okay, ignore me.
Sounds good. So he ran downstairs. The dwarf, who is ridiculously heavily armored for a guy on a boat, big chainmail and a shield, is going to come on here, and he is going to equally cast a Sacred Flame here on Ronald. And the DC for you is 11.
Is that a wisdom?
It is dexterity. Good, you've saved. We'll move on to Zamar, who is not allowed to burn this boat.
Okay, I just want to let you know right now, I'm sorry. The song that just came on is called The Army of Minotaur.
Nice.
Does it sound like Minotaurs?
No.
I cast Dissonant Whispers on that dwarf.
That is a save. Does anything happen on a successful save?
Half damage.
Excellent. So,
I was really hoping he would fail, because if he's in all that armor, he would have had to run away from me and would have had to jump overboard, I think.
very likely, yes, what would have had to happen, but it didn't. Do you want to move?
You can actually move twice as far on this portion.
Yeah, I just wanted to stay my cover.
Hey, Ronald, why are you there?
I was seeing the actual distance.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna move up a little bit more.
How much is a little bit more? But why?
Because I want to be up close and personal.
You know
Well-
you don't have the HP for that, right?
You'll get in front of you before that. It'll be okay.
There we go. Now it looks like it belonged. See, the armored tiefling is apparently fearless and rushes across. Takes a swing with his sword. And Zamar takes 3 points of slashing damage, with the tiefling roaring in murder. Ronald, would you like to do something?
Yeah. Just give me 1 second. I'll have
Is
that
this
answer
the
for you.
moment? Is this the moment where you turn into something?
No. One more level.
Oh, damn it. I'm looking forward to being completely confused.
The world is confusion.
Alright, I step forward and I push him into the water.
An excellent
Damn, that's
tactical
what I wanted to
choice.
do. No.
So, do you know how pushing works?
Athletics versus his athletics or acrobatics.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll your athletics. It's gonna beat a 6.
Are you kidding me? Oh, right. I get lucky.
Ah, yes. The dwarf won in this contest of pushing because he's not really a dwarf.
I rolled a 1. I was like, God damn it. And I was like, wait, it's going again. Yes.
Wait, it is a contested skill check, so you're trained in athletics, right?
Yes.
And then you have, what, 2 strength?
Yes.
It would have been a tie. But no, you're lucky. You push him into the water.
And they say I'm so lucky. Alright, so I've moved 5 feet, 10, 15, 20.
As the guy starts sinking with all
Oh, yeah.
his armor.
He's totally not in a happy place right now.
Alright, and I guess I should probably put myself in an actual square. Yeah.
So you can see down. So that's down there. Let's go ahead and do that so that you can see what I'm highlighting. You see the guy who ran down there, and you see another guy there who's going to get added to our initiative tracker now.
The song playing now is Freedom. I have freed his soul into the water.
It's going to take a few minutes before it actually happens, though.
There you go. That's the new world that you can see down there. Is there anything else, Ronald, you need to do?
No.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Lyra, you're up.
Okay, so there's just one person left above board, right?
Correct.
Okay, she's gonna peer out from behind the boxes. Again, or just actually same spot, but over the boxes, and shoot at the remaining.
Sounds good to me. A 13 is not enough to.
She has advantage on that, correct?
She was stealthed and she was stealthed higher, so yes. Sorry, I forgot about that. So go ahead and roll with advantage.
Okay, that's gonna work.
23 does indeed hit.
And that will be 12 damage because I have sneak attack.
Well, that is enough to knock him down.
Down a peg. A peg leg.
Yes. All right.
We need to get you a McFlurry because those puns are horrible.
I like McFlurries.
I kicked my desk!
You deserve that. McFlurries are delicious.
That's
Yeah.
karma.
A McFlurry is delicious, but only when the ice cream machine works.
Right. So, Lyra, would you like to move any closer?
Do I hear any commotion of people coming upstairs?
No, they seem to be they'll be making their way here, you're pretty sure, but right now it's just indecipherable yelling. Thank you. That's exactly right.
She'll move just to the edge of the box, closer to the walkway, and continue hiding.
Matt,
Seems
I
fair.
just want to tell you right now, because of what you just said, now I'm flashing back to the nightmare that is Neverwinter Nights and going through that first area where you just hear everybody yelling and screaming, but you can't really tell what's going on.
The utter din of chaos, even when you're looking around like no one's there. Yeah. Anyway, Hakina likewise moves just to a better position and brings us to Ariel.
Get on the boat.
Excellent. Go ahead and move on the boat.
We're on a boat.
I don't know if I can actually move further than that now that I think about it.
It's fine. You're not doing anything. You can do a double move.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to. Well, I guess I couldn't just double move right in here and just.
I was just saying double move onto the boat, not double move into the cabin.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm ready to take position, so I end my turn.
Great.
Wait, maybe.
Great.
Wait. Yeah. Okay. I end my turn.
Come at me, fools!
Can we beckon them upwards? Does that work that way?
I think that's his plan.
Let's see if he does it.
The
Got
one
McFlurries!
The one that you can see does indeed come roaring up and attacks Ariel because it's the first person that this demon worshipper sees. And it is utterly ineffectual. So go ahead, Zamar. What is your life like?
Thing temptation to use flames.
I mean, we got a Minotaur in here,
Up
and
there.
we need some...
So, Zamar, as you walk by, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw because that thing you're standing on is being knocked away. Hey, that is good enough. Choose a space not on there that you would like to be standing on instead. Down below, what destroyed this grate here was the Minotaur looking up, shooting a giant red and purple laser from her eyes through there.
What?
She is roaring out in who speaks whatever infernal, I think is what it is. Does anyone speak that?
Atros does.
Great.
Atros!
Atros says that she's.
I do.
Oh, good. Then Lyra knows that she's screaming that you killed her brother and she's going to drink your blood through your nose. It sounds a lot scarier in infernal.
Can you pass that off to me so I can make threats right back?
Yeah. Yeah, I summarize. She's really annoyed that we killed her brother and is gonna kill us.
I look forward to turning your horn into an extra cod piece.
Righto, Zamar, now that your
For your
movement's
extra
done, what
cod?
would be your action be?
Cod piece.
So this grate is no longer here, and I can see down below, and I can see these three people.
Correct. You can see everything down below now.
Fireball.
We need the boat.
Also, he doesn't know Fireball.
Nice.
That should hit all three of them.
It should.
All three or all four?
Oh yeah, there are 4 people down there.
A small crew.
Well, you killed the other half, remember?
Oh right, they came. Okay.
Why does it say 60 feet, 10 feet?
Square feet, I think. No, that's feet and then squares. So here's our goblin, because
Wait, there's
There's
5
no
people.
pirate.
Right, there's 5.
Yeah, I didn't include him
Yes.
because he wouldn't be hit.
And here's our Minotaur. So, no save from just the goblin, and saves for the other 2. And that's save for half, right?
Save for half.
Alright, I need to go back to my token layer. There we go. Our goblin is now sadly dead. Sucks for him.
I don't think I know this at the moment, but technically everything that they have is damaged by the same amount.
Hey! Guess what else might be damaged for the same amount?
The boat!
I think the boat has. I guess technically yes.
I don't think the boat doesn't have a constitution score. So the boat takes the full 20 damage, so it's not sinking, but it's probably gonna need some repairs.
Is that not the bottom? Is that the bottom of the boat?
It is.
Really? It's so shallow.
I know, it's a terrible pirate ship!
It's so shallow.
We just needed to float.
So, and this is the pirate ship that they gave us in the original, and this was supposed to fit. There were like more people involved in the initial attack, and then this was supposed to be totally have 12 more crew.
So, real quick, would you call this a keelboat, a longship, a sailing ship, warship, or galley?
It's not a galley. What were the other choices?
Keelboat, longship, sailing ship, or warship. Yeah.
It's probably either a keelboat or now sailing ship's is still pretty big. Like, this is not a big boat. Oh, I can't hear you, Ariel.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just saying what you're saying, basically.
Is the sad answer, Frank, that he may have accidentally said
No. So the minimum HP for the smallest boat, which is the keelboat, is 28 or 60 HP. And it actually apparently gets a +4 to saving throws. Not that that mattered.
No. Okay. So he did 20 of its 60 hit points. So don't do that 3 more times. Or 2
any more times. Let's not do it any more times.
Great. Life is good. Anything else you want to do, Zamar?
No, because I used all my stuff.
You have a bonus action. But I don't know what you can do with that, actually, so we'll just move on in our lives.
Yeah, I'll move on.
Great. 5, 10, 20. Yep, the guy in heavy armor is just going to go ahead and move through his friend, and he's going to go ahead and take a swing at...
Bardic Inspiration is what you could have done.
Yeah.
That's right. That's the thing.
So he goes ahead and he's also going to attack Ariel, and his life is meaningless. Ronald, there's a big hole behind you, and there are some bad guys in front of you.
I mean, the McNee Smasher in me would just, jump down, Battlehammer, wow, Warhammer in hand, and just, smash a Minotaur in the head. But the smart person in me knows that's a bad idea.
I love that the Minotaur apparently has to enter and exit the ship through the grates at the top.
Or by taking a squeeze action and like squishing through that 5-foot space.
Alright, on that note, I'm going to smash the person who just came up the stairs.
Sucks for them, go right ahead.
You say it sucks for them, but I don't really get that high of a attack bonus. Wow. I just want to say that die did not actually roll on screen. It literally just slid. Like it landed on a 6 and just slid all the way across the screen.
Well, there you go. You do not hit him.
Do I have a spell I can use? That? No. Okay, that's all.
Would you like to get angry?
Yeah. Angry. I'm angry.
Well, I guess if you're thinking you might want to cast spells, maybe you don't want to get angry.
No, that's fine.
Excellent. You're angry. Lyra, would you like to get angry?
Feeling pretty calm.
Let's get dangerous.
I don't know why I feel like that looks like an angry symbol. I think it's like a fireball. I don't know. I'm zoomed really far out.
She's gonna see. Who am I able to get line of sight to currently?
From where you're standing, this guy, and if you move to like here, you could see this guy too.
Okay, but I can reach that one without issue.
Yes, you'll just be shooting through aerial square, so they'll get 2 more armor class. Unless you have something that gets rid of that, like the archery fighting style or spell sniper, whatever the only good feat is.
Or could I just go over here and then have line of sight?
Oh yeah, you could also do that.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. And shoot at him. Am I still stealth? With advantage?
That's interesting.
No, because you moved out of your hiding spot. What's interesting?
But they are engaged in melee, aren't they?
They are, and that's what would have
that
would have given her sneak attack.
But I don't have advantage itself to reroll.
No,
Correct.
never mind. I got my answer.
Okay, well then, just gonna go back behind the boxes and hide again.
Sounds fair. I think Harkina is going to just also shoot at the same guy you just did.
Nice.
And obliterate him.
Shoot. I totally did not realize that. Yeah, no, that's probably going to be very good for the Team U. Because that's also double sneak attack dice.
It's nice when our friends are actually helpful.
Yes, so there's no more heavily armored tiefling in that square.
All right.
Is it maybe clear that I was worried you would come here immediately after the first fight? There we go. She stays in her lane. Which one is this? Oh.
Why did I get skipped? Why is the turn order like messed up?
Good question. We're gonna go ahead and put it back in descending order. And there we go. Lyra, Harkina. There we go. Ariel, you're up.
I smashed the guy on the stairs.
Smash away.
No.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
Not much I can do. I'll just wait here.
Fair enough. So we have 2 of the tiefling pirates who are going to go one after another. And so I don't think this guy can actually get up and attack. Yeah, he's gonna just stay here because people have been shooting. Well, no, they're crazy demon worshippers. He has no care for his own safety. And then this one takes a swing at Ariel.
Wait, which one? Oh,
The
sorry,
one,
never mind.
the other one, sorry. I know, usually I ping when I'm talking, 15 is not good enough.
No, my problem was I had my cursor over to turn order, didn't realize it, and it had a box around a blue guy, so I thought that's who you were talking about.
Oh no, but now it is the blue guy's turn. It's going to come up
From behind.
correct. And Zamar, you're going to have to make a wisdom save at DC 13.
Ooh.
Okay, let me because I'm still on the shatter page.
Are you about to take a walk off the plank?
Too bad
It
none of
could
us
be.
have inspiration left.
What you actually end up doing is you fall prone, which is weird. Why does it say and then ends its turn? I guess if you had a turn. Yes, but the bigger thing right now is that you're prone. And
That's
ends.
the spell. It just makes me prone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you are prone until the end of your next turn. So you're just sort of stuck there on the ground. But it's your turn, so you can do
Okay.
things.
Do you have to be standing to spell?
No.
So,
Nope. Let's do that on the Minotaur. The Minotaur is surprisingly wise.
More just that it's so crazy that it has good resistance to being told what to do.
That is half damage.
Oh, excellent. Then... Yep, that doesn't belong on our initiative anymore. Ronald, you're up.
Do you need help over? What's this person wearing?
That is a caster. Wearing regular clothes, and yeah, you're gonna go do your thing.
Yep. Oh, I'm gonna do my thing, all right.
16 does hit.
9 damage.
Still standing, though.
Oh, 10 damage. Sorry, 10 damage.
Also still standing.
11 damage? Hold on. How much extra damage do I deal?
Oh, right. Your bonus rage damage. It should be 2 at this level?
Yes, so it's 11 damage.
Also still standing.
Cool. That is my turn.
Great. The Minotaur is now going to go, and it is going to jump with magically assisted jump to here.
Well then.
Can he fit?
Yes.
Yeah. And then it is going to take its full round of attacks on poor Zamar, who is on the ground.
Ow.
Maybe not. Up there we go. There is its hit with the hammer. Well, the big axe, and then here is its attempting to stomp on you.
Yep.
Does anyone have any reactions before bad things happen?
nope.
I gasped.
I mean, I have to wait until my turn.
So here is the crit from her axe. That's not bad.
Could have been much worse. That could have been much worse.
And then from the kick. So see, that's only 20 damage. That's not bad at all.
Out of 27?
You should be at 7.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm at 4. I was already hurt.
Ow.
And the last most important thing is that as a bonus action, she invokes the things in her eyes, which Ariel's close enough to see. Zamar's close enough to see. Ronald, do you have dark vision? You're close enough to see.
I don't think I have dark vision.
Okay, so maybe, yeah, you should still be close enough to see. It's kind of lighty up here. Anyway, one of her eyes is fake, and it emits for a very brief moment, it goes deep black, and Zamar needs to make a wisdom save DC 13 or be feared.
Is that I'm assuming that is a magic eye?
It sure seems to be a magic eye.
Oh no, like my vision tells me so. Yes.
Oh yes, that's right. You do have detect magic. So let's bring you up to speed. Neither of her eyes are real. They both are clearly magic.
That explains the purple vision.
I have a question for Ariel. You're enlarged person. Oh, that sucks. Is it touch or range?
It's ranged.
Cool.
I like how
No.
she knew exactly what you were asking for.
We've talked about it a few times.
All right. Well, Zamar is now suffering from fear, so you could go look up what that means while Lyra gets to
I'm
shoot.
pretty sure my reaction is used to crawl away, unless I'm mistaken.
Frank, by the way, I don't know if that's a good use for. Depending if I'm going to use it on you, I can do it. If you want me to do it for the Minotaur, it's not a good idea.
I was going to shove the Minotaur overboard.
I love this.
Okay, technically it's frightened, so you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while you could see what you're afraid of, and you can't willingly move closer to it.
Wait,
There's not much closer you can get.
you're a halfling, right?
Oh yeah, you have advantage against fear.
Yeah, you have an advantage. Brave. Roll again.
The suspense.
My computer's just being slow. It's trying to reload the page.
Your computer is frightened.
Well, while it's loading, Lyra, would you like to shoot something?
Would.
There you go. That works. That's a big old nope.
Well, tried. That Minotaur is really scary. Okay,
So would she technically get sneak attack on the Minotaur because Zamar's technically there?
He
yeah,
is still
would get sneak
adjacent.
attack.
Note that for the wording for sneak attack, they don't have to threaten the creature; they just have to be adjacent to.
Mm-hmm. But I'm still stealthing, so will I also get advantage?
You sure will.
Okay, well, I am going to shoot at the Minotaur. And here it goes again.
Well, that's the 10's not good enough, so good thing you have advantage because the 18 is.
Woo!
Oh, and
10 damage.
Never mind. I'm pushing a Minotaur.
Shame. I like the idea.
All right. Well, good job. Is there anything else you would like to do, Lyra?
I'm hiding again.
Good plan. Well, while you do that, Harkina goes ahead and takes her shot.
Do you want me to stealth again?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
I do it.
Harkina does her shot as well, putting out enough damage that she's relevant. And Ariel, it is your turn. We have a giant halfling.
Okay. What? No, nobody did giants just yet. I'm gonna block off the stairs first, and then I'm gonna cast Prayer of Healing. I'm just gonna have the entire pool of health go straight to Zamar. So you can heal yourself for 19.
19.
Nice.
And then I'll end my turn.
Do you know that the casting time on Prayer of Healing is 10 minutes?
What? So I can't just use that?
Yeah, it's out of combat healing.
Oh, that's... I did not know that. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's very good out of combat healing, but it is out of combat healing. Would you like to prepare a different spell now that this is a fact?
No, it's still helpful. It's just I'm pretty sure I had used it at some point and nobody corrected me.
It's possible. I sometimes don't notice these things.
That's okay. Healing word will have to do then. Let me just make sure I can just use it.
Yep, it's a
Okay,
bonus
good.
action.
Oh, it's a bonus action.
Oh yeah, healing word. That's the only reason to really take it, is that it's a bonus action. Like, the range is
Oh.
nice.
Then I'm going to attack the guy on the stairs, and that's a bonus action, use healing word.
A bony action.
Oh, see, you practically almost healed him just as much, and then you smack a guy.
So keep in mind that does not include your Disciple of Life.
Oh, then for healing, that's 15 total for you then? And I
Are
don't
you
know
sure? It's got a +6 on there.
Am I +6 now?
You used it as
Yeah,
a
please
level
change.
2 spell.
Ah, indeed, level 2, +6. Okay, never mind. Then 17 for you. And it's only one-handed, so 11 damage to the guy on the stairs.
Yeah,
He's
so it would
regretting
be
his life choices.
2d4 +6 plus an additional 4.
Wait, so that gets +10, technically?
No. Yes,
Oh,
yes,
it's 10.
yes.
Oh,
so
so
you would only
21?
be adding... No, you'd only be adding 4 to that number, so it's 15.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I wish it would just do that automatically, for one.
I would have thought it would, but no, I guess it doesn't. Rolling 2 equals 2. That's interesting. Right, okay, so you hit the guy, and you used your bonus action, and I assume you're happy with where you're standing. This guy can't get up the stairs now. I guess he's gonna start the tedious process of walking around. And then the one on the stairs screams some sort of infernal curse words and misses Ariel. And we move on to the guy who's standing in front of Ronald. Well, he's really only got one good trick in his book, so Ronald, go ahead and make a wisdom save. Which I believe you're currently raging at the moment, so you're probably very good at this.
Does raging give me something for a will save?
It used to. I'm having like addition bleed, I guess you would call it, and I forget things that were true aren't true anymore.
Alright. And then I'm assuming this is not a fear effect, right?
No, this will not be a fear effect.
Oh, wow. Woohoo!
All right. Well, he goes ahead and tells you also to fall prone, and so now while you're prone, you could take your attack of opportunity while he walks away, but it will be a disadvantage because you're on the ground. Which technically, I guess he could have just disengaged. Yeah, how unfortunate for him. Go ahead and roll your damage.
4.
All right, he is still alive-ish and manages to put some distance between the two of you. Zamar, you're free to stand up and be afraid.
So I can't approach any closer, correct?
Correct.
Go farther away? Or is that for a specific type of spell?
Is disengage an action?
It is an action. It is an action. It eats up a lot to not get smacked.
Unless you're a rogue.
Oh, did we lose Ariel?
What? No, I'm here. What?
No.
Oh, no, because everything on Discord was frozen for a second. Like, you were just, like, looking off to the left.
Yeah, I'm
Thunderclap.
Please stop damaging our boat.
Thunderclap does not damage things, it just pushes them.
All right, well, it saves, but it still takes damage, right? Or no,
No,
it
that's
doesn't.
a cantrip, so it does not.
Okay. And it's everything within just 5 feet. Okay, so that's all you hit.
Yeah, that's all I hit. Is it worth trying to run away? Is it worth trying to get hit? I will give advantage to our Bardic Inspiration to Ronald.
Good. Ronald has Bardic Inspiration, which I think will make it a wrench because it can fix his life.
Does it provoke attack of opportunity just to slide over as long as I'm still in their range?
You only provoke the attack of opportunity when you leave their threatened range. So yeah, you can do that.
I'm scooching over just so that there's more room.
The most tactical fear in the world.
If I move away from you too far, I get smashed in the face. Yeah.
I cannot get up, right?
Correct. You just spend the rest of your days prone, which is that going to end your rage, or are you able to attack something?
I mean, I'm prone. I could still crawl.
Oh, okay, that's true. You can crawl.
I could also throw a hammer if need be.
Go ahead and hilariously crawl towards the Minotaur and try and push it overboard.
I can't push it overboard.
Oh, I don't want you to push it overboard. There's magic eyes to be had.
Yeah. So, because I'm in my crawling state, like a primal anger or whatever comes over McNee Smasher, and he uses primal savagery. There we are, trying to talk, and attacks with that. So, like, hold on, let me see if I can add a better description of what's going on here. Yeah, so
Frothing at the mouth.
my teeth just start sharpening, and I just bite into this Minotaur's leg.
Tasty.
Is that a spell or no?
It is a cantrip.
Can you do that while you're raging?
That's what I'm looking up, because there are some times where cantrips are spells and sometimes where they're not. I'm thinking this is going to be one of the nots.
I mean, if I can't do it, that's fine. I'll take it.
Yeah,
I mean, as far as things in character and keeping with what you're trying to do, it seems appropriate.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that in this case, a cantrip is you take the action to cast a spell, and you can't cast a spell while you're raging.
Okay. Then swiping at the knees with the Warhammer.
Sounds good. Make the swing.
Disadvantage, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. But that's fine. Your anger continues. All right. So here is our Minotaur, who is angry at where she's standing, frothing in Infernal, which Lyra interprets as "Why won't you just stay dead?" And she's gonna go ahead and try and kill Zamar. Is a 15 is a good enough hit on you, right?
Is that defender wins or attacker wins?
Meter beat.
It hit.
So it meets.
So that's 15 points of damage from her big old war axe, and you notice that she's not able to do the eye thing again. So that is her turn. She took a war axe at you. She tried to gore you, and that's her turn. Lyra, it's now your turn.
Okay, she's gonna do the same thing and peer over the boxes to shoot with her short bow.
All right, sounds good to me.
And I still have advantage for stealth.
Correct.
Is that enough?
16 is enough. So
Nice, 14 damage.
that is actually now a dead Minotaur.
Woohoo!
New cod piece.
I use my reaction to fuck up the eyes.
I don't think. Like, can you really take any credit for this one? With the other one, you went toe to toe with it. This one, you like crawled over and like clawed it.
Hey, at least I tried.
A for effort. But Lyra,
Yeah.
would you like to do anything else with your turn?
No, see, at this point in my life, I'm just going to slowly become like that background character who just keeps turning into animals. Like, that's where I'm at in my life.
She's gonna just hide again.
Sounds good. Harkina misses her shot at the caster, which brings us to Ariel, who's got an angry pirate.
I'm gonna smash the angry pirate.
Do it.
I'm hoping so anyway. No.
Well then,
I'm guessing 9 doesn't hit.
it does not.
Okay, well then I give a few more health for Zamar. Plus 4, so 13.
Is that a level 1 spell?
Ooh, level 1, yes.
So plus 3.
Oh, I see. I don't just keep that then.
My health is doing this fun dance.
It is.
Hey, you're alive, aren't you?
This pirate takes a swing at Ariel, and I'm pretty sure 15 does not hit our armored dwarf.
Nah.
The other one comes running up the stairs. Ronald, you notice that he hesitates upon seeing the big dead Minotaur, but goes ahead and stabs at you on the ground
Wait,
anyway.
before he does that, can I just say one thing?
Sure.
I'll bite your kneecaps, I will!
I'm so proud of you for that. Here's his swing with advantage because you're prone. He misses both times.
Beautiful.
He's worried about protecting his kneecaps.
Yeah. This caster here has taken stock of the world, and Zamar and Ronald are close enough to notice that this person didn't seem to be all in on the whole Baphomet stuff, because he's not got any of the big like sigils or tattoos. He is just running and jumping overboard. He's, the big Minotaur's dead and there's murder happening, and he's not wanting to be involved. So, Zamar, it's now your turn.
Pick me up, pick me up.
Nah, you're okay. You can get up your next turn.
What spell is causing him to stay prone?
It was the command that he was given, and so now he's up a little bit more. He could stand up next turn, basically.
It just lasts a specific amount of turns.
I mock that terrified pirate to no end.
fair enough. He takes some damage and you drown him because he's dead now.
Oh, no.
Wait, you attacked the guy who jumped off the boat?
I thought he attacked this guy.
No, oh, see, I thought he
I
was...
was talking about the one that was terrified of making me smasher. But I do like the idea of taking the other one out. No, let's take out the other one.
Okay. Because I didn't consider this guy terrified because he was still stabbing the guy on the ground. I considered terrified the guy who ran away.
Let's go ahead and make the one that was running away.
Okay. Would you like to move or do a bonus action?
I will. And Ronald still has his inspiration. I will go an inspiration to Ariel.
Can you have multiple inspirations out at a time?
Should be able
I think I
to.
can.
It's just, I think, how long do they last? Like 10 minutes? So you
10
may
minutes.
you may not want to if you think that Ariel's not going to end up using it.
I probably won't need it.
No, it's okay.
Don't
No,
know.
it's okay. We'll do it.
Ronald, would you like to stand up?
Yes, I would like to stand up with like the biggest McDonald grin that I can put on my face.
Grand.
And I'm gonna smash him in the face.
Make his day.
Oop, I tried to roll with
Cat.
disadvantage. Cat! Cat! What's he wearing?
He has got no armor and just a big sword. So,
Alright.
yes, that hits.
8 damage, 9 damage, 10 damage, 10 damage. Ha
Good.
ha ha.
You've killed a random pirate who apparently
Hey.
worshipped the Minotaur evil god. Good for you. Life is great. Lyra, would you like to end this?
Indeed, I would. Am I able to... Do I have line of sight on him in that stairwell?
Yeah, once you move to like here, you should be able to see him.
Okay.
Get a crit so we can say you put an arrow through his head and pinned him to the boat. And then we'll forever leave him there.
That's not sanitary. Don't do that.
We're going to be on this boat for a little while.
True. And do I have advantage? Was I...
You do, so you can go ahead and take that other roll to see if you get that crit that McNee Smasher so desperately wants.
Ah,
Nope.
By the way, what is your being crit count at, McNee Smasher? Because
It's
Zamora
about
ate
11.
the crit this time. All right, but he is
And I
now
crit?
dead. Yeah, you did crit. Good job.
Was there anything magic other than the eyeballs?
So,
Oh, yeah.
no, that is all that you saw. That was magic.
I take
So,
the eyeballs.
up here on the upper deck, now that things are calmed down through death, there's really nothing else of interest up here. Would you like to go below deck?
While they're doing the below deck thing, I'm going to, rip me a horn off and toss it to Lyra. You're talking and we can't hear what you're saying, Lyra.
and what am I supposed to do with this?
It's your trophy for taking out the Minotaur. Do what you want. You can make another codpiece.
Or you could be a unicorn.
For my cod. Thanks.
I'm a dude. He's a dude. She's a
He's
dude.
a dude.
We're all a
Oh,
dude.
So below deck, it's very clear that this is a ship that was ran by demon worshippers, by the raw chicken and goats that are just ripped to pieces and left here and there to rot/be eaten.
How did we not smell this upon coming to the ship?
Because fighting was more important.
Because
Can you
you're
press
with
the
me.
invitation to start cleaning it.
You're with me.
It will
And I
take
smell
a
at
lot
all
of time.
times. So, my own stench was just overpowering.
So
Remember, the last bath I took was at that bathhouse. And remember what that water looked like? Yeah.
So you do find, however, up here in the captain's quarters, for best we can call it, that there are two scrawny yet alive chickens that are apparently pecking around trying to find something to eat. So, do I have chicken tokens?
Don't kill the chickens. Oh my god. I come down there and I start talking to the
No,
chickens.
no, to add to your collection of
Okay,
animals.
okay.
I pick
Please
up
don't
the
make me
chickens
waste a
when we
spell
have
to talk to chickens.
Maybe they fall under this thing. So I have things labeled foul. So there we go. Because one, where's your second chicken? Here's your second chicken. Can I change one of the chicken's colors? Let's make it blue just because it'll stand out.
In the cabin, there's a depiction of a dude with a warhammer and a shield near the bed.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to
Oh no,
move
it's
that
fine.
guy.
I just didn't know if you could control him or not.
Yeah, no, it was I copied too many things when I was doing it. The other thing that you find up here is a dead body that's just been tossed to the side. You recognize it, and Zamar definitely recognizes it. That this is a person from Elturel, judging by their clothing and style. They've got a bag of coins, 18 gold.
You mean he doesn't have a bag of coins, and Samara and I now have 8 gold apiece?
9.
9.
Well, we can't let gold go to waste.
No, not at all. Got plate mail to buy.
The other thing of note is that it appears that in brief moments, one of the two Minotaurs was lucid enough to keep a journal. All the journal really says, though, is that the demon worshipping Minotaurs wanted to join the Blood War and were searching for a path to the River Styx. Who's down below deck?
Wait, hold on. What did you just say about the river Styx?
That the Minotaurs on this boat were trying to find it.
Damn it!
Who's below deck, by the way?
I am.
Pretty sure that's it. Just those two. I'm upstairs ripping horns off of a Minotaur, and Lyra's been sitting off deck the entire time.
Where did Happy Meal go?
Is there
Yes,
anything
I-
on the boat that I can find that has anything to do with what they were searching for?
No, you judge by their writing that they were not lucid and sane most of the time, and there's a lot of not really writing so much as just furious like scratching at the paper. But those of you who are above deck notice it first, where the night has gone away, and those of you below deck notice it second, that up in the sky is a very large white object that has just appeared there.
Yeah, it's the sun.
Matt, if
And-
you're talking, we didn't hear anything you just said other than the
Yes.
thing in the sky.
There is a new, and Lyra pointed it out that yes, it does look suspiciously like the companion. It is now up in the sky, and Ariel, it is just like regular sunlight. So your wonderful night is now over, but it also is not the actual sun. Good old Zamar, being from Elturel, realizes that yes, also very similar to the companion, and it's now there up above here, which is Baldur's Gate.
So I say we go gather our friends and leave right now. We should go ahead and leave. Let's go. Let's go on and get out of here. Let's not stick around where the sun that ate Elturel has appeared again. Let's go on and get the hell out of Dodge.
Gotta go, gotta get the job done, gotta start a new nation. Gotta meet my son.
Find my son.
Harkina asks, don't we want to find out what made that come? Are we sure that running away is what we want to do?
That sounds like a DM hit.
Because if you're right and that's related to Elturel disappearing, she says, running away isn't going to get us more answers. We should figure out why it's here.
And then we had to stop at
However,
3, or
the
no?
last time that something like that appeared, it was essentially a demigod, right?
Yes, but the companion appeared, 50 years ago, 60 years ago, whenever Krieg was doing his thing. She's clearly not up to speed on her Elturel history. So we probably have some time.
So back to my original question. Did we have to stop at 3? Because I thought we did. That's why we started early.
Preferable.
Yes, and I also feel this is an excellent place to end because that is a very interesting thing that just happened and may change all of your opinions on what you should do next.
Yes.
I think we should stick around Baldur's Gate as long as humanly possible and become lords and ladies of this town. There's clearly no danger afoot. We can live out our lives in peace.
All right, so everyone has 2 homework assignments. Decide if they're for the run away and get out of here plan or the figure out why there's a second sun above Baldur's Gate now. And name the chickens. 2 homework assignments.
I mean, cluck you. I mean, there you go.
Nugget 1, Nugget 2.
Nope, you were told you
We
can't
already have a
eat
nugget.
them, and you also already have a nugget.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah. All right. So on that note, I'm gonna end the day right there. That was a fun little adventure, and we got a second cod piece. One thing we do need to discuss is if we are doing the Extra Life Tabletop Day, which is the 21st and 22nd, which will more than likely be when we are back anyway. So you all enjoy your day. Thank you for joining us.
I can't play that day.